Well, you're so fat. So easy.
Yeah.
Not yourself now. Take it easy.
All praise the Most High and His only begotten Son. Hold on, Zion, we ain't got long. We win in the end. Turn back while it's still time. Long live the King. Melchizedek order, so you can keep your bribes and paper. Torah is where we labor and anticipate the Savior. We're wiser in our ways and in the nature of our praises. The world worship creations, oblivious to the Creator. Marking yourself for death is you the best at pleasing flesh, concerned with paychecks and spiritually a train wreck. Isaiah 66 and 4, see we given to delusions. God keep calling our name, but we keep right on what we doing. Bloodline royals the highest, steady acting like dogs. So the Abba has turned his face and his eaters that had a ball. We epitomize lost sheep comatose in his sleep. So the day of wrath gon' creep in the night like a thief. Mama just wanna have fun, daddy can't stay on his feet. Son got his hands on a gun and now he dead in the street. Daughter nobody tried to teach, now she showing her teeth. Black banks won't save her soul, we need Yahweh's how I owe. Through the pain and the rain, we survive and remain, sending prayers to the throne from here to Guatemala. It's a strange staying sane, but we got so much to gain. Just hold on, we ain't got long. Kwam Yashra Allah. Through the pain and the rain, we survive and remain, sending prayers to the throne from here to Guatemala. It's a strange staying sane, but we got so much to gain. Just hold on, we ain't got long. Kwam Yashra Allah.
Trying to see a brighter day, walking through darkness, sinning every second, still don't know where his heart is. Trying to obey, but it's okay, cause he a target. And Satan got his demons out here, trying to start shit. Wrong nigga to go to war with, pause it. Otherwise, end up like the falling, so falling, all in. Any given day can be a coffin, and it's a fight that's worth brawling. Walking blind because his heart done got hard, and then if it little better, then I bet you keep his charges. Always stuck in the game, another cartridge, waiting on the next player, yeah, to come and start it. Regardless how lawless and often they call it a off, where the lost it and lost we be. I ain't obedience when they offer me, and hope the Lord don't want to slaughter me till they look both ways when you cross the street.
Through the pain and the rain, we survive and remain, sending prayers to the throne from here to Guatemala. It's a strange staying sane, but we got so much to gain. Just hold on, we ain't got long. Kwam Yashra Allah. Through the pain and the rain, we survive and remain, sending prayers to the throne from here to Guatemala. It's a strange staying sane, but we got so much to gain. Just hold on, we ain't got long. Kwam Yashra Allah.
I give praise and thanks today because there's no promise for tomorrow. I drown the sorrow cause I watch my people follow. Man, instead of him, they rather live their life condemned instead of the one that bore our sins. At the end, he'll come again. Without I, you don't have him, you're left with HM. Without I, they won't see the kingdom last within them. Without I, your soul's to them. Now do you follow him? Without I, do you get the message that I'm giving? Page 1, current son, let me tell you what they done. They gave them price of death, but they turned back to their wicked one.
I see you, Will. I got you here in a second, huh? I'm gonna get some other people in. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. I see you talking though. I got you.
Through the pain and the rain, we survive and remain, sending prayers to the throne from here to Guatemala. It's a strange staying sane, but we got so much to gain. Just hold on, we ain't got long. Kwam Yashra Allah. Through the pain and the rain, we survive and remain, sending prayers to the throne from here to Guatemala. It's a strange staying sane, but we got so much to gain. Just hold on, we ain't got long. Kwam Yashra Allah. Free slaves, my ass. My back still getting whooped, and I ain't got no 40 acres and a mule. Sons of light represent the gospel. Long live the king, Yahoo. Bloodline royal lost truth.
When I say Hebrews, I mean myself. Spring, cause I can't redeem myself. like how we make it through the ages. When the judge throw the book, we just read through the pages. Get the maximum of times, but the minimum of wages. They beat us on the ships, then they whipped us when they slaved us. Psalms 82, we gods, how they break us. They say we can't do anything if you put your head to it, but they ain't say, well, what happened if you put your head through it? We throw up gang signs and put down lane rounds and put my time in the cup. Just to waste mine, we drowning in water. There's only waistline. If we just stand up, we won't drown. I'm bringing you truth, but the truth weighs pounds, and they spiritually weak. They can't get it off the ground. They nickname us Negroes, but we super Hebrew heroes. I'm just trying to wake my people, yeah. We can try to down all of our life, and our eyes closed, so we can't see the light. And they call us criminals, and they treat us like some animals. They call us Negroes in the sky, we 28, 68, blaze it all, and they call us criminals. Then we must be thieves cause we steal it, yeah. We buy shoes more than we find clues. Did y'all know Michael Jordan fund private jails? And guess what they put in them private cells? Negroes. It's true that the world out to get us. We abandoned our protector. Now we unprotected. It will be the end of the world today. A black man is elected. Radars is built for us. Don't think you're going undetected. We've been disrespected, neglected, and rejected. And that's just by our own people. This is the end. But when your last day too, got a long road, but you won't make it halfway through. Government shut down, just the mass they use. Confusing all the masses on the cash they abuse. When they can just pray more. I just pray you know what you in for. We can try to down. Yeah. I walk through the open door. Now I see through, standing on the ocean.
1 second, fellas.
If my zombies who love eating brain, but not to gain knowledge, just to destroy yours.
Willie, come back.
They the same people that you greet up in the morning, glued to their phone, eyes red, they phone, man, they hunt you when you down. They can smell your stress fluid. The spirit never make decisions. They should let their flesh do it. I walk in the spirit. Where you go, I can't come. It sounds gruesome. Even
Brandon, can you hear me?
listen to the
Yeah.
sound.
Hold on now.
Romans 8:1. It's not just
Little man,
It's
she
breaking up here, man. Let me try something.
No. I hear you fine, Water. Now listen now. You can't blame my connection now.
No, I'm talking about on my end.
On your end, okay.
It sound
Well,
robotic.
I hope you're able to rectify that thing, Water.
Sound like Roger Trout.
I hear you fine though. My brother Kafer got that yayin. I think I need me some here. Hold on. Good boy. Get off my baby boy.
Celebration.
Look at me like he wanted to fight. You see how he looked at me?
Yeah, he mad because he ate all the popsicle.
Elder Water P, how you doing? Shalom, man.
It's fine. Ouch. Dang, I'm about to sock you.
Like going to the bathroom, this boy don't know how to act.
About to get beat up out here in these streets.
Same great wine bottle.
So you gotta talk with the wine. You do this like every Shabbat.
Don't do me.
days with me. I'm a witness to what sins do. So So I keep that blade with me.
Just in case I'm on the menu. Surrounded by zombies. Spiritual zombies. Surrounded by zombies.
Hey, I'm gonna come back in the room. I'm gonna log off and I'm gonna come back.
All right, I got you, Wardy.
Okay, I'll be back.
Mindless zombies, it goes all the way back to Moses. They travel in packs.
Well, you still chewing, man. What's going on?
You've
been chewing since earlier, man.
Be day, man. Shabbat. Celebration.
Hallelujah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cause it happens very often. Gray whites, you some jolly dolphins. In the coffin. You can't fool me, I can see the blood stain.
You waiting on your next meal. You waiting on your next meal. Well, you just gonna be waiting there.
Cause you won't be gaining weight here. Surrounded by zombies. Spiritual zombies.
Surrounded by zombies.
Where is my brothers? Get back in there, Wardy. We got hate for your brother.
Claiming God is your father, and the church is your mother. Wanna see him down bad and continue to suffer. Say anybody against the sun, yeah, I see you a sucker. I scream a lock AI, that mean my Lord is king. I'm waiting on this crowd, you keep them diamond rings. Folks on higher things, attorney with higher beams. Repent of doubt, spend your life trying to fight the heat. It's hard for me to rest, cause I don't like to sleep. I'd rather walk my word, cause I don't like to preach. My Messiah God, despite the unbelief. I'd rather open books and let the scripture teach.
Our God is real, it's real. He God's a lie, it's rap. The Father time and His Son is on the mind. That's right.
Love is separation, speaking truth, no hesitation. Making holy preparations, read your reparations.
Our God is real, it's real. He God's a lie, it's rap. The Father time and His Son is on the mind. That's right.
Love is separation, speaking truth, no hesitation. Making holy preparations.
We don't need your reparations.
Heathen swoop by surprise. Wondered if we broke Yahweh's laws, it'll cause our demise. Satan moving amongst the ranks, and you can see it in their eyes. Sharp words behind your brother's back. See me, you
Slapping pride.
Display the battery. For the Lord, I'm a casualty. Make sure your righteousness they see.
That of the Pharisees.
When I see death around the corner, soul being prepped for the judgment, spirit goes back to the loner. Judge a man by his inner, not impressed with the cord. It's holy ground when you walking now, wipe your feet at the
I see, I'm on
Who was that right there?
Sons of Light out of St. Louis. It's a group. They on YouTube. They got some bangers too. Hold on. Let me play some before they cuts, man. I like these boys, my brethren. Out of St. Louis. I got to see them in person at the Hebrew Awards.
All praise to the son. Long live the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Let His will be done. Sons of light represent the gospel, but not quite like you used to.
Adonim.
Shout out to Honor and Humility STL.
Dressed up like women, and you laughing like it's funny. Helping demons oppress Israel for a couple bags of money. Discourses and our objectives of what we living for. And when you look from this perspective, it leaves your interest mode. You see, we glorify the project for the traffic.
Bro, you ever spoke with Elder Bar in LA?
Sacrifice of life, laying sentences, spill our blood over.
I was on the call that he was on, but I ain't never talked to him one-on-one. What's up? You been chatting with him?
Yeah, last time when I was on the road coming from Dallas, coming back here, we had a long talk. He kept me occupied on that little journey. And I had to pull over till I pulled over and got me some sleep. Need to check on him, man. Make sure everything's all right. I think something happened to him medically or something like that, man. Gotta make sure on him. All right.
I can hear that, man. Hope the brother able to bounce back. All again, man. Oh man, check this cut out right here, man. This is the song I was talking about when it said they think they gonna get a lamb, but they gonna get a lion.
It's not going to be a good day. All the wicked will be purged on sight. And the wicked will sit on top of this earth. Man, y'all coming down. Look to the front, remember the planet, shot the fire. Hope that it's to the street, says nigga shot, nigga shot. Then it's in the definition, when it's described, it's about to be the man, nigga shot, it's about to be the man, it's about to be the man, nigga shot, it's about to be the man, nigga shot,
Hey, you think we got a troll?
Honey barbecue wings.
Yeah. What the Israelites think about the Book of Enoch? They still tried to kill him.
Now we pray in his name. Hit the knees, don't hit him. He the one that proved all things that we can bear. And there was nothing created. He wasn't there. He is to the husband what the husband is to the wife. He is the way, he is the truth, and he is the life.
I like the book of Chanuk, Enoch, the dedicated one.
Me too. See, a lot of these books, man, they cut down a lot of doctrines that's being used today, you know, because there's a lot of falsehoods being preached, man. And a lot of the hidden books will cut down a lot of that, you know, because there's a lot of idolatry, statue worship, female worship, you know, sex and division being created, that the hidden books cut down on a lot of that stuff, man. You know, talking about how can the Catholic Church worship statues of Mary and of Jesus when books tells you not to worship things made with hands, not to worship wood and stone? You know, so I mean, I know it's also in the 66, but it seems like in the hidden books, like that's one of their main topics, is about idolatry, wood and stone, you know, and speaking about some of the problems of Yasharal. Elder Art said he can't join us right now. May join us a little later. I got a couple Oxaline, Kenny.
Oh, Kenny. Celine gonna be on the time. Yeah, for real this time.
We all have services
right
going on, and also Adrian. That's the one old boy called Red. He said, "That ain't my name." I'm gonna tell him when I get down there. But yeah, him. But they should be joining us later. I'm gonna call. We need at least a third. Come on with a third in this thing, man. See, I know. Emanon is having company at the moment. He's being a host. So that's what he's got going on at the moment. But I sent him out a thing as well. Call Brother Water. See what happened to him.
Man, I just want to be thankful and grateful. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. To Abba Yahweh, Adonai Yahweh, Alaiz Hasabaoth, to the Rabbah, to the Most High, Yahweh, for giving us breath, giving us knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, giving us the ability to have eyes to see and ears to hear. You know, thanking for the Akeem that did made the decision to change over and be converted unto the way of the Most High, that we can show true love toward one another. I'm thanking the Most High Yah for this is praise. Look, when you say hallelujah, that's a command. That's praise you, Yah. So I got to praise him and give thanks to the Most High Yah. Who is like Yah in all the earth? No one. Who is like Yah to all the mighty beings in the heaven? No one. Yah is awesome, man. There ain't no one like Yah, man. The one that's so merciful and loving, he ain't had to do that. To be merciful and patient with his creation like that, when he could have wiped us out and we would have been like Sodom and Gomorrah. Yet he saved the remnant of us and bringing us back into himself, man. The Hava that the Most High have for us, man. I just got to give thanks and praise and thank you, man. Even in the assembly, in the midst of my brothers, I'm going to give praise and thanks to the name of the Most High Yah. You know what I mean? So I'd like to thank you for that, man. Look at my brother. What's going on, my brother? Shalom.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
What's going on, man?
Oh, man, sitting there chilling. Just sitting there chilling, enjoying the day.
I'm trying to get over here to this M-I, crooked letter I, crooked letter I, humpback. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to get to, man.
Hallelujah. Man, make it that safely. I see my brother over there with his glass. We got a brother from Angola.
Honey Barbecue Wings said, do you guys preach from a European translated Bible? So can you trust what they say?
Oh, good question. Good question.
I could trust it because it didn't take out the part where they have to pay for what they've done. If they had took that part out, then I'd have some doubt.
It'd be suspect, but they talk about them paying for it, so they
yeah. You know,
it talks about his foot being on their neck.
Yes, sir. Being made a footstool.
Yeah. Those led into captivity shall go
into captivity. That's right.
They don't pay.
The sword must be killed with the sword.
I think Hasatan is under certain rules and guidelines as well.
Man, let me tell you something.
He don't change facts. I think he changed the interpretation of facts.
Satan obeys everything that he obeys the Father. He don't like us. His war and stuff is against us. They said, I heard even they say even in the Quran. Now, I don't know nothing about no Quran, but they were saying that the Most High commanded all this Malakim to bow down when Adam was brought forth.
Oh yeah, I read that.
Yeah. And then Satan was like, nah, like basically I'm paraphrasing, like, nah, I'm made of fire, he made of dirt. I'm not bowing down to him. And he's like, you know, when they was talking about, say, the Most High said, why will you like not keep my command? I'm giving you a direct command to do so. And that's how he got thrown out. thrown out to the thing because he didn't want to bow down to Adam.
Yeah, not only that, in that same passage, he went on to say, I will cause them to come so close to believing something is false. I mean, it's real, but yet it's false.
Well, he also said, he said, I know they said something about he was going to be in the way. He was going to be like he going to like block him in the way. Like, he was basically being truthful and honest to the Most High and everything he was saying, huh?
He was saying he was going to cause delusion and illusion. He was going to cause us to believe a lie, but we believe in the truth, which is what you find in a lot of these religions. You see his hand at work. If that's what he said, I could see it being manifested.
I'm not even gonna say that that's him. That's the Most High using that, because don't nothing happen unless the Most High gives consent. We see that, and the reason why I say that though, bro, because we see that even with
you're right.
We see that with Job.
I said that
with Job, he can't do nothing without the Most High. I said the Malachim entered into the. They said all the sons of the Most High came up, and even Satan came up. And Abba was talking to him, was like, hey, where you come from? He was like walking to him, throwing up and down the earth. He said, have you considered my servant Ayub? And he's an upright man that trusts me and things like that. He was like, yeah, but he ain't doing that for no reason. I'm paraphrasing. He only doing that because you made him rich and you got to take everything away from him. He gonna curse you to your face and die. The Most High gave him a specific command, and he did exactly what the Most High said. He said, go down there, you can do whatever you want to do, just don't take his life. And he did exactly that. See, but the Most High is like, I think Satan is like a god. It's like the Most High, he uses him to buffet the people. You know what I mean? Yeah, buffet the people. The Most High in full control now. Ain't no equal. I don't know where people come with this idea as if it's equal power, light against dark. Not it's light against darkness for us, but with the Most High, don't nobody go against him. They know better.
Another thing about people doubting the scriptures. It's heathens that believe in Hasatan. It's being their God. But yet you want to say the scriptures is false. So it shows you that it has to be a higher power at hand for people to lose common sense. It's like you look up at the sky, you see the sky blue, but yet you call it red. It's gotta be some kind of demonic possession going on for you to come to this kind of conclusion where you can see it's plain to see. Look at it's blue. You know what blue is. You're gonna say it's red. It's ridiculous, man.
I just don't like when people try to get an enemy more credit than the Most High. That ain't cool, man. Then all Elyon got it all in his hand. That's the highest power. All Elyon. Yahweh, Alahi, Abraham, Alahi, Yitzchak, Alahi, Yaakov. Yeah. You getting ready? What time? 6:33. What time you leave? To get there an hour early? 30 minutes early? Oh, you on my road? Okay. You had cocoa butter, shea butter on the back of your back, and that's why I was rubbing your back. You had shea butter on the back of there. Huh? Yeah.
That was Brother Warded P. He gonna try to rally some more troops to get in here on this thing.
Correct. Could you hear me when I was speaking, Brandon?
It was in and out.
Okay,
my concentration was to the phone, but I heard some voices.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a lot of observing today, man. I'm gonna be observing today, man.
Huh?
So I'm gonna do a lot of observing today, man.
No, man, we need to fire Brother Kafer, man. What you mean observing, brother? You ain't put on this earth to observe. You put on to participate.
Yeah.
Some others may be put on here to observe, not Brother Kafer. He observing now, ain't he? He didn't muted us. Nah, Hey, Whiny Rogue, I don't know who you are referring to, brother, but no one here is from Angola, unless it's in the States or something. Is there Angola,
Nah,
Oklahoma
he's
or
saying.
something?
I thought he's saying he from Angola. I'm thinking he's saying, "What's up, bro?
No, he
I see
said,
you
bro,
from
I
Angola."
see. Oh, he's saying he tuning in from Angola. Well,
That's what I'm thinking.
shalom,
He's saying.
brother.
Yeah,
Thank you for tuning in. Please like and share. You know, I have to
tuning in
remind
with the
people.
Yahudin.
Honey, honey barbecue wings. If you could on YouTube, like and share, subscribe. Sometimes you gotta remind people. They mean well,
Right,
you
and
know.
he asked the question. The first question he asked was a question that we can't even answer because he asked, "What do Israelites think about the book of Enoch?" I don't know what all Israelites think about the book of Enoch. I know what I think about the book of Enoch.
Right.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, man. Some people listen, man. Ask things for edification and improvement. You know, worrying about who like what. We want to get the knowledge out of it. Okay. We want to drain it of all its knowledgeable juices. We don't just want things just for the sake of having them and for argument and debate. We use things that can improve and profit. We
Right.
want that doth profit,
That's
not
right.
that doth not profit. So wherever a good word come from, I take it. You get what I'm saying? I'm not biased to what's helpful and what's not. Well, no, I'm biased to what's helpful, regardless of where it come from. Here we go. Here we go.
You're
Will.
awarded peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now I feel stronger now. It
So
pump up my chest a little bit now. My brothers is with me.
Yeah, we got the Elder Lion in the house. Elder Water P. Can you hear me?
He ain't talking yet.
He ain't talking.
My
Oh man.
bad, my bad, my bad. I went through a bad area, y'all.
Okay. Jingle Wire Jim is attacking my brother Wardy.
Not Jingle Wild Jim.
What
Yeah.
Jingle Wide Jim say?
He jingling wires, man. Messing up connections. That's what Jingle Wire Jim does. He's the government agent in charge of sabotage, man.
Hey, I missed y'all comment while ago to the question that was asked.
About Enoch.
No, about
Do
trusting
you guys preach from a
trusting the
European
Bible.
translator? Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, we do because that's the language we speak. Now, certain highly intellectual brothers like my brother Kafer dive off into that Hebrew and get deep with it and can, you
I was
know,
telling y'all why. Which
speak from from the paleo and whatnot. You know, I'm not one of those.
What's the name of it?
I hope to be, but me personally, I read from the English and I try to translate certain words that I know to be uh uh misused or misinterpreted. I try to, replace them with what I feel to be the proper words,
right.
But that's
Also, when you for Honey Barbecue, when you do word studies and etymologies and root and origins of words, man, you can always uh, check a word or how to use it in translation and see where it comes from, rather in the Greek or in the Hebrew for the words they chose to use in translating. We know when you translate a from one language to another, it loses its power because other languages may not have the proper words to express the full idea of what was said in its original language.
And then too, certain words mean multiple things depending on the context in which it's used.
Right.
So to fully translate something, you have to have an understanding of a culture and things of that nature.
Right. Like how
Uh,
we speak with in our language, we've been doing it in ancient times, and so have we. So we keep doing it in this time too, because it's in us. Idioms, how we speak. Man, when I went to work and I ain't have my check, bro, I hit the fan. Somebody hear that and be like, "Well, he hit the fan. Why would he hit the fan?" You know what I
right.
mean?
It literally punch a fan.
Yeah.
Proverbially, uh, went off or got excited or angered, or it's all kind of ways to play that. So
He asked
depends
a question. He said, "So why don't you?" My bad. He said it was originally. He said this is his question. He said it was originally in Hebrew. He said, "So why don't you preach in Hebrew? Because our people don't comprehend Hebrew. Our people
right.
don't comprehend Hebrew right now. That's
We
why."
try in certain areas to try to institute certain words, but it's a growing process, man. I don't know who is following me on YouTube that would go by the name Honey Barbecue Wings 12. Uh, who are you, brother? Do I know you? Do you know me?
Get some of them
Who
things.
are you? Where you come from? Who sent you?
He talking about
But
he said I learn, I breathe. Learn Hebrew.
why don't you preach in Hebrew or
Honey,
learn?
honey barbecue wings. Do you know Hebrew? Do you know a breed?
Yes. Do
Do you
you
know
know? So if we was teaching Hebrew right now, would you be able to comprehend it? This might be my homeboy, man. He's a inquisitive type,
if I was speaking in
sarcastic,
tongues in a different
sarcastic
language
type.
right now to people that don't comprehend what I'm saying, how would they know what I'm saying? Especially when you're dealing with babes or whatever. You don't teach the babe a full. You don't teach babies full onslaught. You don't teach them how to read full books or whatever, pronunciation of full words and stuff like that. You got to deal with them a bit at a time. You know,
Yes.
in order for a baby to learn the sentences, they first have to learn the alphabet, and then they have to learn how to what these words, what these letters mean, and the characteristics of the letters itself mean. And when they do that, then they can know how to put words together and pronunciate words and find out the definition of words and stuff like that. So you don't just give it all to a babe like that, man. How they gonna comprehend? If I sit here and hold a whole teaching in Abri in Hebrew, ain't who gonna comprehend? They might know some words, but the whole full thing to follow through with what it is and be edified. How would they be edified?
It's like speaking in tongues.
That's what I was just gonna say, because the Bible say, I mean, what use is it speaking in tongues if you don't have an interpreter? Really, you ain't doing
Right.
nothing but glorifying yourself because you're not edifying. You're not helping nobody.
The
Right.
apostles spoke in tongues because it was people that spoke other languages, and they wanted
Right.
everybody to get the same understanding.
Right.
So they
Right.
spoke in different languages for that purpose. And here we all speak the same language. We all speak English. It'd be different if we were sitting here speaking to somebody who only spoke Hebrew.
Right.
Then it would be paramount. But we don't even know of nobody that has a pure Hebrew dialect.
When you
I don't know nobody. You know anybody?
I mean, how do we know what the real Hebrew dialect sound like?
When you've been kidnapped from your homeland and brought to another.
I'm cutting out, brother.
Brother froze up on us.
Was,
Brother,
you got a bad connection, man. You sound like me in the 5th grade when I had that stutter real bad. Every other word was off.
Honey barbecue wings. To answer your question, man, some of the things. Is he still speaking? I don't want to cut him off.
all of you.
You might have to come. You might have to go out and come back in, bro. Will. I'll wait till you get to a better thing because you cutting in and out and you freezing.
He said nobody kidnapped anybody. It's 2020. You are starting to look like a.
He didn't properly hear what he said. He just probably heard part of what he was talking about. He didn't really fully comprehend what he was starting with. So for him to say that, I know he didn't comprehend what he was saying. For him to just jump to conclusions and say nobody kidnapped anybody in 2020. We ain't talking about that. He was talking about back in the day when people got caught up and got captured and got brought in the slave trade and brought in, and then it was ripped from that. I'm sure he was talking about they've been ripped from that language and speak in a tongue. He'll come on when he come on and he speak. He'll be able to clarify it. We ain't got.
Hey, Honey Barbecue, would you like to be a part of this podcast? We need to, we need to be able to have a straight back and forth. We don't need all this texting.
Show thyself.
Podcast ain't about that texting.
Show thyself.
Put your email up in the chat. We'll get you in here, man. We'll do it like that. We ain't got time for all
myself, Honey Barbecue.
We ain't got time for all these cryptic messages, man. Get on in here and talk to your brothers, man. Get on in here.
Ain't no need to hide. Show thyself.
Show thyself, man. But the topic, let's get back to the topic at hand. Honey, I don't even know if you're a man or a woman. Listen,
Mr. 12.
I don't know what to call you, brother, sister. Barbecue 12. Listen. If you would like to come in here, you are more than welcome. Like I said, it ain't encrypted.
Listen, don't get caught up in that. Just look, if you want to come in here and you want to communicate, go ahead and send your thing where you come in and speak. We'll be welcome to share and speak with you.
Yes. Now, we offering the hand of fellowship. Now, you don't want to come in, we're going to have to, get you out the way because you're causing somewhat of a disturbance.
Oh, man, just answer the question.
My patience is a little shorter than my brother's. Brother Will, what you was talking about?
Yes. I was basically saying the same thing you were saying, man. It's no use in speaking in Hebrew if can't nobody understand what you're saying.
Absolutely.
And then we were stolen from our homeland and our motherland, brought over here, robbed of everything, including our language and everything else. So of course we're not gonna be able to speak and read in Hebrew. Been over here for how many generations?
But you know what? Even in this English language, there's certain words, because English language is they borrow from a lot of different cultures, a lot of different places. Rather be Latin, Greek, Hebrew, different things, all kind of things. We was kings. Look at him. Barbecue, man. Hey, man, get that person in here, man. I want to see this person, man. Who this guy, man?
Hey, man, I think that's my partner, man, being sarcastic, man. He trolling, man.
Right, he talking about we was kings.
I got a fairly new page. Don't a lot of people know about the page. I got like 2 subscribers. We just got the thing up and running, man. So it's got to be somebody I know or whatever. But we are 47 minutes into this thing, and we have not broached the topic of homesteading and group economics. As we see the wickedness of the heathen growing in abundance, there is a need for the people of Yasharal to come together to get rid of this spirit of division and grasp a hold to the thought of 12 tribes, one nation, of unity of the brethren, and of seeking to be Kodash, not just in our actions, but in our actual life. We have to give ourselves over to interacting with wicked ones so much,
Stay on track. Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. Just stay on track.
Your baby checked Honey Barbecue.
Keep pushing.
She got her. But listen, it's time for us to start acquiring land and building on the land, man. Because If we leave ourselves to the school system, because that's where they teaching a lot of this wickedness in their school system. We leave ourselves on their jobs. That's where they gonna say, okay, if you don't do what we say, then we gonna cut off your means of income. So we need to find our own means of income, our own industries. We need to be self-sustaining instead of being dependent upon the heathen. And I just want to hear what you brothers think about that.
Brother Will, elders first. Elders first. You're doing a mannequin challenge.
All right. We got our first troller, man. We ain't had no troller yet. That's
He
crazy.
got the whole sign right there. He got the troll right there on the picture on his thing, the troll, and then Honey Barbecue Wings 12. And it's funny, man. I just laugh, bro. You just got to laugh at it. He talking about gibberish. Anyway, I think that, absolutely, we should be able to make and create jobs for our own selves without depending on them.
The brother want to get on.
Yeah, I seen that.
Ronnie Fusto, we'll get you in here, brother.
He's talking about Ronnie Fusto. Hey, bro.
That might be a troll too, huh?
Nah, I don't know. He got Facebook, but it might be. I don't know. Gibberish. That's what he said. Gibberish. See, you dealing with brothers right here that got the Ruach HaKodesh, man, that they got joy and got Shemach. You know what Shemach is, Mr. Honey Barbecue Wings? We have Shemach over here. What is Shemach? Honey Barbecue Wings. Did you block him up?
He's been blocked for 5 minutes. Put him in timeout.
I want to see when he come back from timeout. I want to see what his response is.
We're going to let him come back after he's in timeout. Don't put your nose in the corner.
In the corner right now.
Now. Somebody gave us a thumb up. Wani, we just sent you the email, brother. Check your email. We'll get you in here.
Brother from Angola. Want some of that foo-foo and a goosey.
I want some
Nigeria.
I want some updated news. What's going on in the motherland? What is happening over there? So, Brother Willie, you here?
I'm back, man. It's frustrating to me that I keep going out, y'all. But
I used to go through the same thing.
My thing is, brothers, I would rather I really wish we could come together and set us up like a council and appoint us a treasurer and somebody to take care of the finances and all of that. And I really think that we should get together, man, and get a set amount for everybody to put into an account once a month, so we can start building and accumulating some money as a group of brothers, because we all socialize. We all on one accord for the most part, man, and so we can start working toward one common goal. I would like to do something like that. I would be willing to be a part of something like that. With my job, I wouldn't be able to orchestrate it or anything like that. But for somebody that's at home, that's at home every day, could kind of take up the leadership role on that. But I would be more than willing, man, to start us an account to build us some wealth with, and eventually invest in something, like building something on the land, or like opening up a business, or opening, up something to make a difference in our community.
Right. I agree.
I would be willing to be a part of it.
I agree. I'm with you too, man. I really sense and feel that we would be able to do something like that, especially us as brothers that's coming together, man. It would be so much easier and so much better for us to reach that goal. It's not impossible to do it if we all come together and work together as one. We have a good blueprint, and we have an example that happened back in the day, right after slavery, and after in the time when the oppression was hitting, where we wasn't even going through a financial depression that the world was going through with our people that was doing what they did in Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma. They had their businesses and stuff like that was owned by themselves, independent of the European man, and which they sought to destroy. Based on the situation that happened and occurred in that situation, man, they sought to destroy that, man. You can tell that that's what their plan was. With the situation that occurred, man, the story was a young Hebrew man was on the elevator with a European lady, and she, I think the elevator stopped or something, but she claimed that he tried to attack her, but he didn't, and then they had him in jail. And when you look at, because I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma, I'm born and raised, and went to California back, and Texas and back, or whatever. But when you see the courthouse, where it is from where Greenwood is, it's a little ways. You know what I mean? So for people that was concerned about this man that so-called did this to this European lady, for them to go to that courthouse and then make their way all the way back to Greenwood to destroy what these people had built, let me know that it wasn't about justice. We know that it wasn't about justice because this person did what they did to the so-called European woman. They was hateful. They was jealous. They didn't like the way that we didn't need them for nothing. We had our own. You see what I'm saying? These are people that came out of slavery, and they must have been sharecroppers. You had to realize they probably was sharecroppers and stuff, and they took their funds or whatever. So what they did, and they came together and they put their stuff together, and their stuff was booming. Now just imagine us that trust in the name of the Most High, following His commands, and we do the same type thing, creating this a venue for ourselves to be self-dependent, not dependent from the Most High, but dependent from their independent from their system. Well, we doing our own thing. We pay our own taxes. Okay, we got to do our tax. We in this place. We know we got to pay the taxes. We do this thing, but we don't need y'all. We don't need y'all assistance. We don't need y'all help. We don't even need y'all money. We got our own because we come together and we put it together. And so much stuff we can do with doing so. Now,
don't pay no taxes.
Well, I mean, hey, we can find out. See, if we sharpen listen, we can find out what they did in order to do that. See, they are independent people in this place. So look, we need to find out how to get our independency away from these nations to get our own independent nation, being an independent nation away from America. I mean, outside of America, like a nation within this nation. You see what I'm saying? A regime, what have you, but a nation within this nation. And then getting our independence away from them. You see what I'm saying? Because we not there. First of all, they try to say that we're not a people because we have no identity. They said, but we have an identity. We had no land, but we have a land, and we have our Constitution, which is the Torah. We have our instructions. We have it. We have it already. We have the Torah. We have our nationality of who we are. We have our own land that's being occupied right now, which is exiles over here in a land that's not ours, a strange land. You know what I mean? So we know who we are. We just need to see how we get independence away from this nation so that we can be, reap all the benefits of being an independent nation. Now that we know who we are, we can go way further than what they went in Black Wall Street. Go ahead, bro. I want to hear what y'all got to say with that.
I agree wholeheartedly. Here is a thing to consider. Like, why is it in Christianity these people could come together, but we in the truth are more distrusting of each other, more separate of each other than they were?
Mm-hmm.
That goes to show you that there have been institutions set up to be a part of that division. I don't think it's by accident.
Right.
There's this feeling of there's this bridge that we being made to feel can't be crossed over. It's like this group don't deal with this group. That group don't deal with that group. Where is this? Both groups are being oppressed. Both groups are being, not both groups, all groups. It's more than two. It ain't just hot or cold, either or. But just something to think about. I think the ones that want the unity, We need to start shunning those who don't want the unity, man. Got to start shunning them, rebuking them, shaming, whatever you want to call it. It needs to be a distinction made for those that don't want the unity of the nation. Like we say all the time, 12 tribes, one nation. We got to
Right.
move towards that goal, man.
Hey,
Hey,
this guy right here talking about. Go ahead,
peace
El.
out, then. Peace out.
You been peace out the whole time.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. My wife using my computer, man. They having a sister hood meeting through StreamYard. Man, I'm about to get rid of StreamYard. For the past couple of weeks, it's been really ticking me off, man.
I heard Zoom ain't all that better, all that much better.
Yeah, I know. That's the reason I started using StreamYard. That's why I got them on StreamYard. I wish I would have put them on Zoom now, because my camera ain't working out either. I mean, my phone. I'm
Hey,
on my phone.
Wardy P, we got this troller, man. We got this troller in here. This troller said you got a big ass gut. What you got to say to our troller? Honey barbecue wing.
Tell them to fix me some so I can pump it on out a little bit.
He said, get your ass on the grill, honey barbecue wing.
Time out. He talking about he was Honey Barbecue Wings 12. Now it's Honey Barbecue Wings 11.
Yeah.
Man, it feel good to have some resistance, don't it?
Yeah, it's funny, man. We just rejoice on stuff like that, man. It don't make us mad. But then he asked a question talking about, but you in America. Listen, the Koreans in America, they got Korean Town.
He's got Chinatown.
China's in America, and China, they got Chinatown. The Italians in America, they got their town.
Little Italy.
Right. You know? So
StreamYard, they're good.
Troll got their town. They got a little troll under the bridge town.
Right. A little troll under the bridge town.
Yeah.
Honey barbecue wings is the worst wings.
But you know what? We ain't gonna pay. We ain't gonna pay him no attention. We ain't gonna give him no strength. We ain't gonna encourage him with whatever he got going with all that extra stuff.
Yeah, ain't about that's a bunch of foolishness, man. You know, you get to a point where you got to ignore all that foolishness, man. Y'all good? Because I would have booted his ass or her ass up out of there a long time ago.
I started to, but man,
that's how I roll.
Mm-hmm.
Let the haters hate. Hopefully, he go and hate on us to somebody else, and then they come check us out and learn something. You know,
you're giving them too much. You giving them too much game.
Go spread your hate. Go spread your hate, honey barbecue. Tell them about the channel.
Tell them about the channel.
Israelite Lives Matter.
Right. Tell all your heathen friends. Tell them to send us some money.
Right. Yeah. PayPal. You see that PayPal up there? Cash out.
Just some money.
There you go. Because you know what? StreamYard ain't free. I mean, it is, but I don't got the free StreamYard. You know.
That's
but anyway, we ain't gonna talk about that money. It's about. I'm your only viewer, though.
Well, that's good. Keep viewing. We appreciate you. We appreciate you.
Yeah. Get 100 on Facebook, chump.
Honey barbecue groupie.
Yeah, groupie.
Hey, yeah, just send some money, man. Just send us support. You come in and crack all the jokes you want.
Right.
Just send the brothers.
You gotta pay the troll. You gotta pay the troll.
Yeah,
look, I don't get no PayPal. I'm gonna boot you.
Oh, boy.
How about thanks? Get out of here. Anyway, Wardy, what you think about us separating ourselves, man, from the heathen, man?
Man, the only way we're gonna separate ourselves from the heathen when the Messiah come back and get us from all these motherfuckers.
That's right. That's right.
What it is, man. We ain't gonna
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I do that anyway, be honest with you.
At least to have a base of operations, though. We understand that as long as we in the land, we're going to have to deal with them to a certain extent. But I'm talking about it could be to the minor. And the majority at home, we can deal with our own people, you know. Have our own money, have our own schooling. Huh?
I do that anyway. Be honest with you. Even these heathen Negroes. These Negroes, them Gentile Negroes, I stay away from them too. I'm just keeping it real, bro. Oh look, I go down there and keep my mom. My mom, she a Gentile too. I go down and keep her for a minute, but before Shabbat hit, I'm out. They don't see me until late Sunday, tomorrow evening, late evening.
She doing all right though, Elder?
Yeah, she's getting better, but she got one more milestone. She got to get up and start walking on her left leg, you know,
Okay.
and all the rashes and all, she clearing up. I think she kind of enjoy all this attention and me being over there, man. But it's really taking a toll on me right now because I bought another home and I'm between this house and the other house trying to get stuff together. And trying to take care of her. Dude, I've been over there like 6 days during the week, but she's getting better. I'm just ready for her to start walking, man.
That's good.
Yep.
Wody, where we eating at, man?
I don't know, man. I'm not gonna give me some honey barbecue wings, man. Soon as sundown, I might go get me some honey barbecue wings. Go give me a 24 piece, man.
I'm coming through your city, man.
What you want to do?
I'm over here on Lamar.
Are you on Lamar?
Yeah.
Okay, you probably see. What farthest from Lamar? Oh, you coming straight out here? You gonna be going straight on out?
Yeah, I'm just coming through.
Like they said,
What what what
that's the truckers lane right there.
what part of town you live in now?
I'm out here in what place they call it Cordova. I'm the
Cordova?
last neighborhood in Memphis, Tennessee, and across the
I know
street is Shelby County.
I know where Cordova at.
Yeah, yeah. Yep, man, I'm out here.
So,
Man,
Forty P,
I didn't
is it
talk
fair to
about.
say? Is it fair to say? Is it fair to say that Negroes have wearied your ruach with some of their shenanigans, to whereas feel it highly improbable for reconciliation to be made, because that's one of the things that I was trying to talk about the pros and cons of trying to unify uh the nation. Now, I'm not talking about all black people now. I'm definitely not talking about all Negroes. I'm talking about all those that desire to separate from the ways of the heathen and to live in the scripture. Maybe I should clarify myself along those lines. I'm not talking about regular Joe with his pants down to his ankles and WAP Keisha. I'm not talking about her and him. I'm talking about those that desire to be Kodash. Talk about them coming together and buying land and starting communities.
Man,
Talk to me.
I really think that's a great idea. I mean,
We talking
I've
about
been really been on
practicality.
that, huh?
How practical is it?
Kind of hard me to hear because I know you're breaking up.
He said, "How
I can
practical is
hear
it?"
every other word. I didn't rebooted my phone and everything. When you talk, it's like every other word I can hear. I'm trying to piece it together.
I said, I'm not talking about all black people coming together, right? Did you hear that part?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm talking about black people that know who they are and want to live a righteous life. Talking about them coming together and starting communities.
Hey, I'll tell you, starting communities. Man, I'm gonna tell you, starting community to me started one, but just trying to get together, just getting like the ministry going. Cause it's basically a ministry, man. Community ministry, the same thing. But the whole thing is you living together. Now you
Yes,
start
that's
talking
what I'm
about
talking about.
people and their
Not
spirits.
ministry. Listen, I'm really starting to be, you know, we got to go a deeper level now than just having gatherings. I think it's deeper than gatherings now. We need community because how are we going to learn to live with each other overnight in the wilderness?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to get together as community to but together every day. I mean, you really working and you really got to check folks' spirit and stuff, man, because you're gonna have people who's slothful. They're gonna be one of the big things on the community, man. Slothfulness. If you got joke with slothful man and just running their own just basic household, running the community, that's a lot of work, brother.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to say discouraging about it, but it is. You got to grow your own food. You think about how many people program. They used to stand in the air. They used to watching TV. They used to doing a certain amount of work. The children not involved. See, when you have that community, all them jokers got to get involved. You got to have the right mindset, the mindset people. Because I'm gonna tell you this here, you have a lot of people to come and start it, and you have a lot of people to listen. Man, this is not what I thought it was gonna be. That's in any organization. You got to do some labor, even in this walk. Same thing. Be honest with you, because that's what we're trying to do. Side of our home,
So,
actually, instead of being like a little church or whatever, we find some land so we can have us a little where we can go and gather. Just that's what we looking at.
so
I think it's a beautiful thing, folks coming together, man, who really want to do the thing.
what would be some good ways to formulate doing something like that? Because you say like you have to check people, you have to be involved. What's some good concrete ways to try to even go about all that, right?
What would be some good ways to try to formulate doing something like that? So you say like check people
Somebody
involved.
playing the video in the background. Is that you, Brother Kafer? Yeah, I hear you. Guilty. Look at him. He know that's a podcast. No, no. Woody.
Man, I ain't heard every word you said. Get my wife off my computer, man.
I see what y'all be talking about
Let's see.
now about my connection. If
I'm
my
just
connection is like your connection, I
doodle crap.
I see what y'all been talking about.
This is doo doo. Hey, Brandon.
How
I'm
much
trying to get back
longer
on my computer,
until
man.
you're
Usually
able
just
to
want to do
have your computer back, Woody? How much longer till you can get your computer back? Because you need that
Let me
thing.
see.
Your cell phone service is not good for StreamYard.
Man, you know what? I feel like, man,
Oh, get out my face.
if we start doing the practical things that's needed, man, like I say, man, it takes money to make money, and we need, like I said, well, really, we need resources, man, to get things done the way we need to get it done, man. That's just all it is to it. Um, we need resources, and we done made these people rich long enough. You know what I mean? They didn't got rich off of our labor, off of our inventions, off of everything that we done. They didn't got wealthy off our fall. man, it's time for us. It's time for us to stay focused on us. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't recognize that. They look at that like, oh, that's racist, or you guys are wrong. And how are we wrong for taking care of? Listen, we need to look out for us and don't worry about the outside comments and all this old woo wop stuff. We need to come up with fun. We need to put our funds together. We need to look and see what we need, come together, brainstorm on things that we need in order for us to make it successful for ourselves, to be independent and self-sufficient. And then, once we know the goals that we have in set and have in mind, come with the funds that we need. We got it ourselves. We can put the funds together instead of a lot of us be spending money on things that we really have no need of. So we can just put that money together, man, and create a venue for ourselves to build for ourselves, to make it happen, man. We just need some real people that's really about their life to do so. You know what I mean? We know that we're not doing this in wickedness. We know we're doing it in the righteousness according to Torah, building and following the script, following the way that the Most High has put in place for us to follow, even in the land of our captivity, land of our exile, here until it's time for us to be brought back home. So, that's what we need to do, man. And then, that's all. It's all good, And then all the naysayers and the scoffers and scorners and stuff like that, the Most High will judge and put a silence to all their scoffing or scoffing, however you decide to say it. Tomato. He gonna put a silence to all of that. So it's all good.
What I say we should do, Brandon, man, is let's get us a council together. I think that need to be the first step. Get us a
Is what?
council together. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Will.
Say it again for me. I missed that first.
I said I think the first step we need to do is to get us a council together. Get us a council together. Let's sit down and nominate some people for a position.
So hey, we need to have like a election where candidates present themselves with their credentials. Forget the presidential election. We worry about that. We're gonna talk about the election of the Hebrew Council. You gotta come in, say vote for me because of such and such and such and such. I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that. You need people that come in and say, I approve this message. I vouch for such and such. And then we vote them on the council. They're going to have specific jobs. They're going to run for specific offices in the council. That's a. Slide me on that bone. Slide me on that bone.
Because the reason why I say that is I'm not really a talker. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really a talker.
Oh man, Jingle Wire Jim.
Like you keep on talking about something, you ain't get
We can't hear nothing he said. Call. I heard that.
You saying it sounds like it's very efficient.
Bro, the gist that I get from August, man, he ain't with all that talking. He, all that talking, I guess. I don't know. I want to hear what he's saying too, man. It's the situation.
He is looking for a practical application, not a whole bunch of talk. He wants to how can we formulate this thing. So, for all those that are watching this, let's start a movement to elect a Hebrew council. And you listen, man. I don't know because that's kind of rigged. Because the camps is gonna vote their elders in. The camp's gonna vote their elders in, man. The camps outnumber regular Yasharal about 20-1. And that's where we're gonna have an issue. I already see what the issue gonna be. If you in the camp, you gonna vote for your elder. Who else you gonna vote for? You mean you gonna not vote for your elder? You might get kicked out of your camp. Let your elder find out you voted for somebody else. You done. Now I don't know that. I'm being funny. I shouldn't be funny. But what do you think about that, Op?
I think, man, if something like that be done, I think first the initial thing that we ought to do, which is the wise thing to do, is seek Abba Yahweh first, as we pull out and seek Him to see for what His answer is and the way that we ought to go in doing such things instead of just moving on our own with confidence of things to get things done how we think things ought to be. I think always it's always beneficial for us to seek Abba in the direction of where we should go in this area of things. And then even with that, just like when you see with the Talmudim, man, when they was seeking a person to fulfill the office of one that lost out on that office, they didn't just put somebody in that office. They also sought Abba Yahweh for who would be the right candidate for that office. You know what I mean? Even if a person got the right credentials to fulfill an office and do something, that doesn't mean that they're the right candidate to be in that office. So one would have to seek Abba to get the right instructions on who would be able to fulfill that office. Yeah.
So should we do that together? Should we have nationwide prayer, or should we do it individually? How would
It's a collective. Since it's a collective thing, it should be a collective doing. You know what I mean? Because it's not an individual thing being done. It's not like how Malak Daoud, when he was sitting on his throne, when he wanted to do something and him going forth, he prayed. He asked Abba to go down. Should he go down? He went down. But since it's a collective thing, man, we'll be doing it collectively and seeking Abba and get the answer there.
Yeah.
Brother Willie, I'm sorry, but we can't hear you at all. We can't hear you at all. And honey barbecue, nobody give a damn about what you're talking about.
Hey, that's what I'm sitting there laughing at, man. Dude, funny, man. You're hilarious. You should be a comedian, bro. Yeah, I know. I'm hiking on the path. I'm walking on the path, man.
I know who you is, Maurice.
Man. That's what I'm doing.
I know who you is.
With my branch. With my samach.
This ain't a stick. This is a staff.
Branch. Hot samach. Branch. Ain't somebody
doing wood. A good stick to beat some ass with here. It ain't gonna break. It ain't gonna break. Honey barbecue. This a honey barbecue stick. Brother Willie, man, we couldn't hear you, brother. We desperately would love to hear you, but we cannot. You're right about the praying, brother. Go lay down. I always want to play what I'm doing. Get in your bed now. He love to try me on Shabbat because he know I don't like hitting him on Shabbat. When that sun go down, I'm gonna get his ass for old and new. But
please on it.
I was saying, man, you're right, brother, about the seeking album.
Yeah, and if I be so fat, look, he told me you so fat you need you gotta stick to walk that path. If I'm fat, it's because the Barakah, the Most High, because I'm eating good. You mad? You mad?
Tell him you eat a whole lot of honey barbecue wings, huh?
Might be honey lamb. How about that?
Yeah, honey lamb, salmon, and whatnot.
Right. Yeah. Man.
We don't eat McDonald's over here. We don't do McDonald's over here. Value meals and whatnot. Listen, man, I had told some brothers they could climb on in this thing. Let me see, can I tell them to check me out? Sister Tiff. Let me see if she want to get on, man. We need somebody to talk on the subject, man.
You want to get on?
He is definitely not for the communal living. Oh, here you go. He back. Look like he got his computer now. You got your computer now up.
Yeah, man.
Hallelujah. There we go. Now we hear you. Now they will hear you.
That's right.
Sound check, mic check 1, 2.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
All right. I guess Willie, he almost to the house.
He was chopping up worse than you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was on that phone, man. I had to get off that phone.
Cell phone companies falling off, man. See, this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna make everybody's cell phone service bad. They're gonna say, well, if we just move to this 5G thing, everything gonna be fine again. What was wrong with 4G? What was wrong with 3G? I ain't had no problems on my cell phone then.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do walkie-talkies. How about that?
Right. The chirp phones, they work fine.
Now I had some hey Tro, I had to be honest with you, I had a little slice of pizza. What you talking about?
Hey, dude, keep messing with my brother Warden, man.
It's all good. I need a good laugh, man. I need a good laugh.
Yeah, he ain't talking
man,
about
check
that.
this out. That's why I'm getting rid of. That's why I'm getting rid of this. I think we got Sprint. Man, Sprint service sucks. So Xfinity, they offer a new plan to replace. You know, they get into the cell phone business. Mm-hmm.
So somebody told me that Chrome had a cell phone service now.
Man, all the companies coming out with something. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, man, you can't get anybody else on the chop up.
We got you know how it is, man. Brothers intend to come.
Right. You know what? Put that brother in there.
He said he said he don't speak English good and he barely understand English, but the few words he did understand sounded good. I need to get Honey Barbecue on this thing.
Honey Barbecue ain't talking about nothing. He want to be a comedian. He want to.
You want to be a comedian, huh?
Yeah, he want to be a comedian.
Go somewhere and twiddle your thumb.
He want to be a comedian.
What? I had asked you a question.
Funny.
We voting for Trump. We voting for you, Honey Barbecue. You'll be a better candidate than Trump. You got better joke.
Y'all got the same hair.
Right.
But check this out, man. The Tabernacles. Y'all going to Tabernacles?
Yeah, we'll be in there. I'm about to order a solar shower and a toilet and a sink combination. I'm finna look. I'm finna hard. It's only $200 for the sink and the toilet. The solar shower like $40, something like that. It ain't that much.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to get a little pop-up shower tent. They like $20. So the whole thing altogether about what 250, 260. Where you get, you can have warm water when you shower. Now don't get me wrong, it's something about a cold shower when it's hot outside that wake you up. But we gotta understand it's gonna be chilly for Tabernacles, man, especially in the mornings. You gonna get up in the morning and take a cold shower?
I'm ready for it to be in Jerusalem, man. The way I'm telling you, I ain't friend.
Yep.
Man, so I'm telling you, invest in you a little solar shower bed. Now I don't mind
Take us real good.
uh brothers using mine. Let's let's try not have a line of 20, 30 brothers talking about, brother, can we use your solar shower now? But it is, I will make it available. It's only right. But don't leave me to spend all these funds. You see my cash app up there? Help me out on some of this 260, man. Solar shower, uh a camping toilet that you can flush. All right, we ain't gonna have no porta potty. And a sink so you can get in there, wash your face, brush your teeth. That was one of the main problems. Brothers had to wash their teeth with bottles of water. So that's just one of the things that uh you can prepare for. But anywhere you go to do tabernacles, you're gonna be outside. You will have to rely on hose pipes or whatever. So, that's that's not against the gathering because they can only do what they able to. They're not able to have 150 people to come take showers in the house, nor should they be expected to. So what they saying is we're gonna have a hose, we're gonna have a makeshift shower. They're gonna probably have a couple showers now, but at the same time, it's not gonna be heated water, and it's not guaranteed to be hot out there when you take it. So I'm just trying to plan ahead. But to answer your question, yes, I am planning to go. Are you going? Coming out?
No, I ain't gonna be able to go. Oh no, I'm not gonna be able to go home.
Are you going, Kafer?
It's possibility, man. It's possibility. Yeah, I plan on. I plan to. Y'all willing?
Yeah, I got to host one here, man. So I got to put everything together for the congregation here. So
when is that? When is y'all?
Shit, I got to look at the calendar, man. I'm not gonna do a 14-day tabernacle.
14 days.
You hear me?
Oh, right. You don't want to do both. See, that's the thing, man. We got to get unified, man. It should be. We ought to be able to have a land where we can have all that will to come.
Let me tell you real quick before you get started. The place that we got for that when the Most High bring us back is Jerusalem.
We know this. I'm talking about for the meantime. Can we get something for the meantime?
I'm just saying, man. I'm still speaking about Jerusalem. Let Jerusalem come in your mind always.
Okay, but check this out, okay? Hey, man, because it's gonna be nice in the wilderness, man. Y'all think it'll be snowing and damn 150 degrees and bears and shit running through the ain't gonna be none of that.
Bears and stuff.
No, ain't gonna be none of that in the especially we talking about the wilderness now. Ain't gonna be none of that going on in the wilderness. But some head cracking. That's right. Purging them rebels out of there. That's what he's gonna be doing. Other than that, it'll be nice.
Hey, Honey Barbecue talking about I took the pink bra off my head. I put this on the thing because I want to see you crack on this name right here. Let me see you crack on that name. You bold enough?
Don't do it. I don't recommend it, Honey Barbecue.
Yeah, crack on this name right here.
I don't recommend. Don't say nothing about that hat, man. You be in trouble. Listen, same thing on his hat, on this chain.
Yeah,
we're affiliated.
Let me see you crack on that.
Now, watch your mouth, Honey Barbecue.
Man, I'm not trying to do that joke about the check.
Yeah, you said something about that. We will have to get you up out of here. Ain't no point in keeping you at that point.
Yeah, let me see.
And then call down judgment on your mama house. How about that?
Man, we call the judgment down. You don't want to sit around and play. Let me see.
You don't want to talk about the true name. You've been talking about the white folks God for the longest. You talk about the name on that hat on this chain. You talking about the real thing there, buddy. You might not make it through the night.
Right.
Playing with the Most High like that. But anyway, we understand. We ain't gonna try to, you chilling. But what I was gonna say, man, Yeah, about the unity, man. Listen, man. w- uh as my brother said, the goal is the land, right? We don't know when Hamashiach getting back here. We don't know when we getting caught up in the four winds to go to the world. We have no idea. It could be tomorrow, or it could be 50 years from now. We have no idea how long this kingdom is gonna dwell, right? So what I'm saying is we got an opportunity right now to make these kind of things happen, man.
But see, right now we're in the first phase of the Great Tribulation. Think about it, man. We really in the first phase. We almost going into the Great Tribulation, bro. Check this out. You know they put all these they gonna close these schools. They open them up. They gonna shut these schools, but when they shut these schools back down, hey man, they gonna try to make these students mandatory take their vaccination shot, man, and probably around January.
Now, let's talk about this. What they gonna do with the schools? What they gonna do on people's jobs with these vaccinations? If you ain't got them, you can't go, right? Can't go to
Mm-hmm.
work, can't go to school, can't get into the grocery store, right? For those that got sense and wisdom, why don't they go create their own schools? Why don't they go create their own jobs and their own grocery stores? Then what is the tribulation to them? This perceived destruction. Then the destruction would only fall on those that weren't wise, that didn't see destruction coming from afar. You get what I'm saying? It's like it's people are putting themselves in a position to deserve what they get because they not understanding the times. They're not discerning what's coming. And I don't see what's coming as a tribulation. I see what's coming as a judgment for the people that cleaved unto Babylon, that trusted in Babylon. Because that's what they do. You trusting in their stores, you trusting in them to feed you, you trusting in them to teach your children. The scriptures tell you to teach your own children. Scriptures ain't told you to go to nobody's school, and you trusting them to be your income. All these things are negative because when you trust in somebody for something, you depend on them for something, then you give them dominion. You give them dominion. They got dominion because when they give, they could take. And they could take, and if you really want it and really desire it, then they get to lay out circumstances for you to get it back. Oh, you
Stipulations
want it?
and things.
You
Yeah.
want to eat? You better go get this shot. You want to go to work? You better go get this shot. You want to go to school? You better go get this shot. How about the black man and the black woman say, damn your work, damn your school, damn your grocery stores. We got our own. And if you want to come try to take ours, we're willing to die behind it. So when you think about it like that, you say, well, those on both ends deserve what they get. If you don't prepare, you don't put your differences aside to do better, then you deserve the destruction that you go meet behind it. Maybe the Most High will be with us if we take such a stand. That's why, I feel like the Most High is putting it on a lot of brothers' hearts. This ain't just something I'm screaming out. Brothers are saying this all over about the unification and the coming together and the separation. So, you know, let's really try. Let's really do it. We can say what might not work, what might not happen, but we ain't done it.
Let's
Not
see first. Yeah.
We doing that now. We might not
not
be living.
they not being all inclusive though. As far as saying, okay, it's nation building. If you're a part of the nation, you seeking righteousness, you're gonna live a righteous way, then commit. Now, of course, it has to be a screening process. But we know a lot of these communities is saying, you know, there is a hierarchy to it. There is it's almost like instead of it being a ruling council, there's a ruling patriarch. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference between a council and a patriarch. A council can outvote, outrule, but a patriarch, a dictator. What is this? I don't know what Honey Book is talking about. But anyway, you know, I'm just throwing it out there, man. I just really, it's like we got the opportunity, and it like we got time to do it before it really get bad. We should have been working on it. This should have been in play, but it hasn't been. But now it's like brothers' hearts are being changed and geared towards it. So why not embrace it? It's paramount. The Most High is showing us it's paramount. If you don't, they're gonna starve you. People have their own plans, their own stuff in their house. Guess what the heathen gonna do? Come surround the house. I'd rather them surround a community and have brothers with me that's gonna take up arms to help resist than to be stuck by myself to try to resist.
I don't even think it's gonna be all that, man. Where do we get
it's written anyway.
that? I'm saying, where do we get this concept and idea that it's gonna be like that? Who's to say it's gonna be? Who's to say it's gonna be like that?
And they're gonna try to come take it.
Yeah, who said that? Is that scriptural based, or is that something that we heard as a rumor of what they say they're gonna do? Who to say that? I'm just being honest.
It's an anticipated
Well, what if?
course of action that history has shown us the heathen does. But to that point, we haven't in recent memory came together under Torah to try such a thing. We know they have had communities, but those communities weren't under Torah though.
I just say I think we as a people, one thing we should be doing as well is like coming together to see all this things that we trying to do to avoid and things like that. First of all, where do we get this information from about what would possibly come about and all this old stuff? We need to go and find out and deal with that. You see what I'm saying? Like, where did this stuff come from? Because, like I say, man, according to the word, the Most High say He gonna bring us out. Not only that, but not only Him bringing us out, but He said all gonna be well with the righteous, right? So we know this is a righteous thing to community build and to do things to have things for ourselves, trusting that the Most High is gonna baruch us for it. You see what I'm saying? So, we should be focusing on doing things like that. Plus, it's more wealthier and more wiser to do something like that. You see what I'm saying? It ain't wise to stay in the city where you barely have land to produce and to raise livestock. It's wealth in having livestock, land, and produce and stuff like that off the land and livestock and all that. It's wealthy. It's more wealthier in living like that and doing that. With our ancestors when they lived in the country and stuff like that, that's where the money came in. I stayed with my great grandmama, man, when we was in the country in Oklahoma, and like I say, she had a whole farm, a garden. She had livestock. She had chickens. She had guineas. She had all kind of different things, and that's where the money at. It's always been there.
That's
and
right.
people that's in the cities, they may have a little place in the city, but you better believe if they got any type of money or any type of resources, they got land, they got country, they got livestock, they got different things like that. That's where the money at. It's cheaper. You can build a house on land. All you got to do is pay taxes once a year instead of paying a mortgage once a month in the city for a house that you say you buying, but you never own because you always got to pay mortgage every month. But when you got your own land and you got a house on there, all you got to do is pay property tax. You see what I'm saying? Plus the you might have to pay for the electric. You can stuff like that. But you winning. You're winning more because you're paying out less than you are paying in the city. See, we in the land of our captivity, so we subject to these taxes and stuff like that in this place right here. So what we doing is making it easier or less coming out of pocket less than you know, by doing what we doing, we got land and stuff like that. Plus, you got people that's coming together to do so to take care of this note, this so-called bill or whatever. Man, it's easier. It's just easier to do that as a collective, as a community, and it'll be more beneficial to us. That's it. It's just beneficial, and then we can work together as a people in love, and then it'll be shown that the world will see that you know we his disciples because we moving. You know, walking in love toward one another, doing handling this stuff like we're supposed to instead of bickering and fighting and fussing and all that old mess. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man, something to think about. Ooh, we missed it.
Woody, let me ask you something. From what you know about the scriptures and from what you see in the world as far as, you know, the black man and the black woman is concerned, as a whole, if these people refuse to repent, do you think they deserve punishment? Or do you think punishment is coming towards them for their actions and beliefs?
Well, it's written. It's written in the book.
So
that's all I can say, man. So, it is written.
In seeing that,
and we seeing the punishment coming down now.
Now, in seeing that, when that comes to pass, because it's coming, like you said, it's written, it can't come back void. Would that be a tribulation or would that be judgment?
That's judgment. Righteous judgment.
What is this tribulation thing about?
This is the last 3.5 years. When you look at the last 3.5 years, according to scripts, that the Most High gonna allow this abomination of desolation. We know who that is. Go and do his thing because they preparing as we speak. That's why we keep an eye on Jerusalem. They haven't completed the beast system yet. The religious system is already in place. The beast system has to come in place. That's why Russia and all them in fighting in power and everything. The beast system has to come in place. Once they come in place, then you got the beast and the false prophet. Great tribulation got to start, man. You can see this stuff. You can see these countries are falling constantly. They falling, man. That's just like here in America. They going to a one world currency, man. They getting ready to get rid of this money. They in the early phase of getting rid of the money.
Are you familiar with Josephus?
No, I haven't read just little tidbits of it.
I want to say I might have to pull it up. It's in my drive. I believe he talked about the siege of Jerusalem. There was a period of 3.5 years that they defiled the temple, or they stopped sacrifices from happening in the temple. And that's where, well, it's believed that, you know, that's where that whole tribulation thing came from, because that was around the time for our people that thing changed drastically about the fall of Jerusalem and how it became desolate. That it spoke to that degree. You know, from a scriptural standpoint and from us keeping the commandments our Abba, these heathens got this thing to its completion. Like, it's only a handful out of the number of black men and women that really hold fast to the statutes and the commandment. For the most part, our people don't care nothing about no Torah. What our people care about Torah, man? They Christians and Muslims and atheists.
But see, that's the part that I was talking. That's the thing I was talking to Brother Charles. We had a discussion yesterday. We got the remnant, right? That's all the so-called Negroes all over this world. You got the very elect are the ones who keep the law, statute, and commandment with all their mind, heart, and soul. Everybody who call themselves an Israelite not keeping law, statute, commandment, bro.
Yes, sir.
We talking about with all they man do. I don't have it all down pack. I can't simply say, "Hey man, I got it all down pack." I don't. I'm in. Hey, he's still working on me, but I don't do will for sending. I know what the Torah says. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get involved in all that foolishness. And when you look at set apart, I can honestly say I'm a pretty much set apart person because I don't really fool with a lot of people unless a brother is in the faith. That's it. I don't deal with outside brothers who not in the faith. Hey, do I talk to them every now and then? Yeah, I might chop it up with one every now and then, but the word gonna come out. And then guess what? You don't hear from them anymore. So when you start looking at the very elect, bro, and when you start going into the book of Revelation, it's gonna tell you tribulation gonna come. It's gonna. This is the second time. This is the second. This is the second captivity in the last one we was in. The major captivity. First one was when they were down in Egypt. Now we back in bondage again in the Egypt, the house of bondage. So we in our second phase of this captivity and the last one. And it's got to happen again. The tribulation gonna happen again. Even I did a video, I did a lesson, man, showing this guy named George Green. I don't know if y'all looked at the video, but the guy was explaining how they had planned on killing all these people. And the guy was telling you he didn't know it. He was hey man, the man was basically saying he was talking about the tribulation, man. He was talking about all the stuff. You go and look at the whole full interview of George Green with the Camelot. It's called Camelot, Project Camelot. That's the name of the video, George Green, Project Camelot. And go and listen to this guy, and you start listening, just kind of lining up stuff, not going script. Because I had to look, I had to look at this guy for a couple of years to make sure his credibility gets checked out. So once his credibility checked out, then I said, hey man, this brother, hey man, this we ain't gonna say brother, but this he wasn't lying, man. The stuff they doing now. Because he said, man, in the end time, they want to use like neutron bombs on these cities. He said, but it would have been too expensive, so they went into the biological warfare. In other words, they put in they using biological warfare to kill the people out. What you think this damn virus and stuff going on? But you know what? The Most High is behind the whole thing.
Yeah. Hey, now.
They doing the thing, man. A lot of folks think it's a game, but judgment is being called, bro.
Yeah. But hey,
So when you go back to Revelations, just read. I'm gonna say this, and I'll be done. When you go back into getting started Revelations, when it was telling, like I think it's around 11, Revelation 11 or 12, somewhere around in there. It talked about when Satan was cast down, he was wroth, and he went to make war with the remnant. They had the testimony who keep the commandments and had the testimony of Yeshua HaMashiach.
Right.
What's the Revelation, brother?
But now also, what I said earlier about the 3.5 years, I found it. Let's go to now. Now, people can draw their own conclusion, but this thing speaks verbatim about 3.5 years. So, 1 second. Let's share the screen.
So basically, what they're doing is, man, these viruses and stuff, man, warfare, bro.
Now, let's go. Let's go to Josephus. This is the wars of the Jews, or the history of the destruction of Jerusalem, book 1.
Mm-hmm.
How the city Jerusalem was taken and the temple pillaged by Antiochus Epiphanes, as also concerning the actions of the Maccabees, Matthias and Judas, and concerning the death of Judas. At the time that Antiochus, who was called Epiphanes, had a quarrel with the sixth Ptolemy about his right to the whole country of Syria, a great sedition fell among the men of power in Judea, and they had a contention about obtaining the government, while each of those that were of dignity could not endure to be subject to their equals. However, Onias, one of the high priests, got the better and cast the sons of Tobias out of the city, who fled to Antiochus and besought him to make use of them for his leaders and to make an expedition of Judea. The king, being thereto disposed beforehand, complied with him and came upon the Jews with a great army and took their city by force and slew a great multitude of those that favored Ptolemy and sent out his soldiers to plunder them without mercy. He also spoiled the temple and put a stop to the constant practice of offering a daily sacrifice of expiation for 3 years and 6 months. This is what I was speaking of about that.
Right,
That
right,
2.5 years.
right. But you got to go back and look at Daniel. Is it Daniel chapter 9?
Mm-hmm.
When they were talking with Daniel, had that vision,
Mm-hmm.
and the Most High told him, "Look, in other words, don't worry about that, Daniel. You won't even be around when all this stuff go down." I understand that it was leading up to Jerusalem, but he was talking about the end time that was set up, that is going to happen again, about another great tribulation. Yeah, Daniel knew that Jerusalem was going to be taken down,
Where is
but
that?
it got to happen again. The over there in the so-called Jewish we got to be taken down again.
That's and Daniel, when he's talking about the destruction of Jerusalem, that's
Right.
that's the vision that he's seen, the desolation that causes the abomination that causes desolation, which is an idol, which Antiochus they put
Right.
an idol in the temple and sacrifice pigs on the altar and stuff like
Right.
that. Yeah, they did all that right there, but
But
that's
we
what
try to
I
get down
huh?
we try to get down to Revelations. So when you start
Right.
getting down to Revelations,
Right. Revelation is just like an overview. It's really just an
Hey,
overview of things that transpired already in the
I
book of.
think when did um the Maccabees occur? Was that after Hamashiach?
That was before.
yeah, the Greeks,
That
he was
was
dealing with the
before.
Greek empire.
Those the Greeks, not the
Yeah, that's
Romans.
before Roman came in. Roman is that's before Rome came in.
So it did happen again then when the Romans came.
They always been the abomination of desolation. Remember, he said that the destroyer of the Gentiles was going to come.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Messiah was telling the disciples that all this stuff would go down. That's why he wept over the city. He knew that the Israelites were going back into captivity to the four corners of the earth this time. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's why this message get to get to the four corners of the earth, because we are scattered to the four corners of the earth. And then he gonna bring us back, but he got to come back and do judgment on the earth before he take us back in the house. Because we would never, ever in this eternity go back and defile that land again. It's not gonna happen again.
Right. That's true. That's a fact. It's not gonna happen again. Plus, it's gonna be said. That's when we was reading in Yirmiyahu earlier today. When he was talking about that, it's no longer gonna be said the Most High, all the young that brought the children of Yashar out of Mizraim, but the Most High that brought the children of Yashar from all the places that He scattered us to. When He bring us back into the land, it's gonna be so great. Man, He got me.
That's why we got to get our mind, and that's why we got to have the Holy Spirit, the Ruach. We got to have that Ruach Kodesh on us, man.
Yeah, but it's I think Elder Water. Oh man, I think Elder
Let's go to Daniel chapter 9.
huh?
Pull that thing up in that Daniel 9.
Okay.
We're at in 9. Okay. The first year reign of Daniel, understood by books, the number of the years, confessions. We have sinned, committed iniquity. Us confusing faces, among the mercies. Israel transgressed thy law, even in departing. Obey thy voice. Confirm his words. Moses, evil coming to us. Watched upon evil. brought the people forth out of the land of Egypt.
It might be. It might be 7. If I'm.
Three score, three score, 25 to cut off the people and the prince that shall come and destroy the city and the sanctuary and the end thereof be with the
That's
Lord.
7 AD. You talking about 7 AD right there?
26.
No, that happened right there. He was talking about 70 AD when all that was going down.
See, I feel like a lot of these prophecies is concerning that time.
It is. That part up there before that, right there it is. That's what he was talking. That's what the Elder Water P talking about. He said 70 AD.
So you go up there and talk about Babylon. See, this the same. We still up under the same system. We just got different people running.
Mm-hmm.
So you go there now. Let me ask you this: when he said that, when he come back, he had to throw the beast and the false prophet in the lake of fire before Satan get there. That's during the tribulation. They haven't been thrown in the lake of fire yet. They gonna beat Satan in because Satan still got a job to do. He said, man, when they what they try to do is get the one world government. That's the only thing that they haven't gotten in power yet.
I'm glad you said that, Wardy. Now, if the tribulation gonna come after they cast into the pit, he's the tempter.
No. He gonna be doing. No, he'll be thrown in there before. They gonna be around doing it. The tribulation. In other words, the time of trouble. Jacob's trouble. That's what the whole thing. It's trouble for us because they come to make war with the you go read Revelations. I want to say 11, maybe 12. I'm kind of clouded, mine kind of clouded right now, but it was basically saying that, hey, they want to make war with the remnant, those who keep the commandments and the testimony of Hamashiach. So if they come to make war with the remnant, that's Jacob's trouble, brother.
Jeremiah chapter 30.
Well, let me say this. I want to say this real quick. Because when he talk about Jacob's trouble and talk about Yaakov's trouble, man, it speaks about that it's going to be a time that never been on the face of the earth that will never ever be. So I'm like, we already went through that. What other tribulation that we can go through that's worse than us being brought into slavery and being killed and raped and hung and burnt and all that? What's worse than that?
Hey man, our own people, and they doing us in.
They was doing that in the land. They was killing prophets and disciples and scribes and all kind of stuff. They was doing that then. So that's what I'm saying. What's worse than that? It don't make sense to me. Like, I mean, when you look at it, it's like, man, nothing is worse than what we already went through. What can be worse? Death? No.
Look here. Look, our forefathers went through. We got to go through the same thing, brother.
I'm saying, but it said it's worse than anything that happened on the face of the earth. What can be worse than what we already been through? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. And this is a good point.
Let's read about the Jacob's trouble, because it's a big thing about saying Jacob's trouble. Let's read it. It's Jeremiah chapter 30. We can start at 1 for context. The word came to Jeremiah from Yahweh, saying, thus speaketh Yahweh Ala'i or Yasharal, saying, write thee all the words that I have spoken unto thee in a book. For lo, the days come, said Yahweh, that I will bring again the captivity of my people, Yasharal and Yehudah, said Yahweh, and I will cause them to return to the land that I gave to their fathers, and they shall possess it. And these are the words that Yahweh spake concerning Yasharal and concerning Yehudah. For thus says Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling of fear and not of peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. For it shall come to pass in that day, said Yahweh Zabaoth, that
Mhm.
I will break his yoke from off thy neck and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him, but they shall serve Yahweh their
Elohim.
Allah and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. Therefore, fear thou not, O servant Jacob, said Yahweh, neither be dismayed, O Yasharal, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity, and Jacob shall return and shall be in rest and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid.
Has that happened yet?
Not yet. Not that. No.
That part, no.
That ain't happened yet. We wait for that to happen for us to go
Yes,
home.
Lord. We wait for that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the thing that's being said is that it's been an ongoing trouble, though. We're not saying the trouble's not relevant. We're saying the trouble been started and it's ongoing until that point, until we saved out of it. Because now, see, now the wickedness of the heathen is starting to affect the remnant. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
because they got us all. They got us all as a so-called hate group now.
yeah, well, not just that, the fact of now they're affecting our children with this LGBT stuff, with vaccines, with the food, with everything. So if a Mashiach don't come back, then even the very elect end up falling. You get what I'm saying? So it's like that's what's different between now and then. Because for a long period of time, it's been a drought. It's been a drought on words of life, living waters. We ain't been receiving it. We've been eating defiled bread all this time. We've been eating
That's right.
Christianity all this time.
That's right.
That's the difference between what's been going on. Like this whole time has been a tribulation.
Mm-hmm. It really
Ever
has.
since the Negro, ever since the Negro came across a Caucasian, even from the Greeks, from the first time they came across a Greek face, all the way up until now, it's been a tribulation. Because Pilate and Herod and all them, they've been sacrificing people, they've been drinking blood, they've been coming into the temples, defiling, they've been raping men, they've been raping women, stealing men, stealing women. This been going on the entire time. It's been unceasing.
Yeah,
Not
because I hear the protection not around us. We just now coming back and start. Hey man, we just now waking up.
So if we've got our hedge of protection back, how then can a new trouble arise? You get what I'm saying? If it's been trouble,
well, it's always been with his. It always been. He always put a hedge protection around his people. You go back and look at Sodom and Gomorrah with the Most High destroy the righteous with the wicked.
Right.
He never destroyed the righteous with the wicked. He always had a head protection around. I always had, even before the flood. Hey man, the righteous died before all that flood stuff came in. He protected. In other words, I preserved them, so they're gonna get their reward. And when I come back, will everybody get their reward at one time?
So it's fair to say then that Jacob's trouble is for the wicked.
Yeah, but check it out. Go to Revelation. Pull that Revelation 12 up.
Let's pull it up then. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get it.
Because maybe I'm missing something. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what we're here for. Revelation
12. And we're gonna pick it up. I'm not gonna read the back. Revelation supposed to be end time prophecy, right? Or just end time. I just said prophecy, but it's end time. Say prophecy.
But it's covering. You have to think. It's not strictly about just the year 2000 and beyond, or from the 1900s and beyond.
I can't put a date on. I'm just going with the script. But check this out though. Go down to verse 14, B. Lou, read that. Well, start at 13.
And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth.
We don't know when that was.
Right. That's true though. When did he get cast down?
Man, don't know about. I don't know.
I mean,
I know his ass ain't up there causing trouble like he doing down here. I know that.
Right.
Go ahead,
I've heard of, you know, being called the king of Assyria.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the beast, all the great kingdoms. That was who led them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who was they mighty one?
Mm-hmm. It's all been Satan. Even if they was worshiping idols and wasn't calling anybody, it was all him. It was all him behind all that.
So, you know,
Prince of Persia, the king of Persia.
In the earth. And each one of them kingdoms, who they persecuted?
Our people, the children of Yahshua.
Let's talk about it now.
But hold on a minute. But you gotta keep in mind who's behind the whole thing, who allowed them to whoop the heads of the hard-headed ones.
Now,
there it is.
The Father promised a nation from the north. All these nations was in the, well, no, I don't know if Assyria was from the north.
Assyria is like northern. It's up. No, it's it's northern from the place. That's Assyria's north. It's placed north.
All these nations, all the four beasts came from the north, and all these four beasts proverbially been led by Hasatan.
But Babylon really ain't north. Babylon is more like west in a way, ain't it? Like Chaldea, the land of that's over there off of Saudi Arabia, over there in that area, or past there somewhere. Right? Am I right? I mean, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Now, help me.
I'm trying to geographically trying to put in my mind where it is. It's sitting up there around that area.
Okay, yeah,
I can't put on it. It's somewhere in the vicinity of that area.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put it that way.
All of these nations from what is it? What's the order of them? Assyria, Persia, Babylon, and then the Greeks and the Romans.
It's Babylon, Persia, Greece, and Rome.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the Babylonian.
Ain't they combined though?
That's the Gentiles dynasty.
Greece
I mean,
Babylon
is the head of them, so they all then took from that. They all then took from Babylon. Persia, they continuate, and then Greece, they even took. We know that Greece learned from Egypt, all these different places, so they didn't learn from that too. And Rome continue on with the thing. It's just a combination of all, which is hideous. It made even describe them as a hideous beast. You know what I mean? So they got every kingdom that came from Babylon. They all took of what came before them. You see what I'm saying?
And they head who governs them is Satan, the damn devil.
Right.
So they all on one accord. They just added on to whatever he was allowed.
The dragon? Is he not the dragon?
Yep.
Yeah.
That great serpent.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now, are we talking about proverbial cast into the earth? Because has he been stopped from going to and fro in 13? Has he been stopped from being among the sons of light when they gather to the throne?
I tell you what, Job. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm bad, Elder. You good? Go ahead. I'm gonna be quiet.
No, I'm good. I'm good. You go ahead, sir.
I was just gonna ask a question. I was gonna say now when I'm just critical thinking. When Job was going through what he was going through, if you are y'all familiar with the testament of Job?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so when you read that, when he was talking about how he destroyed that image in Persia, the prince of Persia came and wanted to wage war on him, and he was being directed by Satan himself. So I'm like, okay, so when was this time frame that this stuff happened? You know what I mean? I'm just trying to put this stuff together, huh?
He appeared to Abraham in the road going to sacrifice Isaac. So he go back further than Job.
Yeah.
Because
right. Job married Dana.
Yaakov.
Right. Yeah, because Job married Dana.
Yaakov.
Who,
because
Job?
yeah, because he
Job
ended
ain't
up.
from the tribe. Job ain't from the tribe of Yaakov. Job is the Edomite.
I know that. I said he's from around the time.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, because he married his daughter.
He married his daughter. Yeah.
Right.
So we know he been appearing in the earth. I mean, come on, appearance wise, he been appearing since the garden.
And he been persecuting since, because he persecuted Abraham on his way. And the reason why I say that same verbiage is because when you look at Ishmael and Yitzchak, even when Ishmael was making fun of Isaac, that was a form of persecution as well. And they use that as that, like that, in that verbiage. You know what I mean?
So I guess the question would be, is that as far as the end time tribulation go, what does cast down mean? What does cast into the earth mean? Are we saying permanent, like he ain't allowed to go to and fro? Is he going to take on a human form and stay in a human form? Like, what does this really mean? Because this is the basis for that whole, belief, is that he is the leader and the header of this tribulation.
And plus, another question too to ask is too that he when he remember when it was spoken about how Satan was cast out and there wasn't no more place for him when Michael and his Malachim fought against Satan and his fought and Satan was cast out and wasn't no place in there, and then they rejoiced, and Shemaim said, rejoice, O Shemaim, for the accuser of the brethren is cast down. But woe to the inhabitants of the earth, because he fell down with great wrath.
Yeah.
He coming down with great wrath.
That's what he saw him cast out. Didn't he?
Yeah.
Said he saw him cast out. So we see this being of days of old. So why is it we take this sentence right here and believe it to be futuristic when Yasharal as a woman been persecuted by four
different kingdoms,
by three prior beast systems: the Babylonian, the Assyrian, the Greek.
Right, but read them down to 17.
All right. He persecuted the woman which brought forth the man child. And the woman and to the woman were given two wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time and times and half a time. This is where the 3.5 years come from, ain't it? Would it be?
Yeah.
Ain't this where the 3.5 years come from?
Yeah.
From the face of the serpent. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. The earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth. Now, the question would be, a flood of what? They said
lies, a flood of lies.
False doctrines?
Exactly. False doctrine. That's the flood. That's right. Lies. A bunch of lies.
Would it be? What say thee to that?
He talking about the dragon, and you know what? You think about talking about the dragon and the serpent. He talking about the one he ruling over. Who the one on the earth putting all these lies and stuff out?
The church, religious leaders.
The whole that sit upon many war, that horse sit up on that beast.
It's Rome. It's that
Rome.
But see, who does Rome worship? Who does Rome have a throne for?
Satan.
The devil set up his immense power, seat, and great authority.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the beast system haven't been set up yet.
In its proper context, they have almost utterly concluded what they've set out to do, which is to spread lawlessness throughout the earth.
They done that.
This is the time of the awakening where we return to keep law.
That's right, but you read that 17, it gonna make sense what you just said.
And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which kept the commandments of Yahweh and have the testimony of Yahushua HaMashiach.
Hey man, so many of us waking up right now, they don't know what to do. Only thing they can do is put us on call us all black, Hebrew, Israelite extremists, and coming up, trying to come up with a law to come up after us, and all this stuff is coming right out of Rome. They know we waking up.
Mm-hmm. And then the earth's been helping us too in so many ways where we go and look at certain things, like, say, for instance, artifacts and things like that is written on walls, hieroglyphs of showing who the people look like and how they look, and they can't deny that the earth, showing, giving us, helping us, and showing us who was who. You see what I'm saying? Well, they can't deny things that they got in museums showing the ancient people, how the ancient people looking like us, and with afros, look like locks in their heads, with birds and dark skin like we have. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. And then you look at these other countries. Man, don't you know this stuff is actually happening in these other countries? We got to see, that's why I tell our brothers, hey, man, we to the four corners of the earth. America is not the four corners of the earth.
Right.
Man, this stuff going on everywhere. Hey, man, even if you want to use America, hey, man, down in Florida, earth opened up. Wildfire. You go into these other countries, hey, man, the earth opened up. Folks going down into the earth. All this stuff happened all over, bro.
So
there's a lot of stuff going on that we got to get further than America. We got to keep in mind we are to the four corners of the earth, getting our ass whooped by these heathen nations. Remember, they all Confederate. The United Nations, all of them anti-Yasharal, who keeps the commandments and the testimony of Yeshua HaMashiach. That's what they anti. All these other jokers, they ain't worried about them. They worried about us. They're worried about us getting out there in the street. Hey, man, have you noticed that the big awakening, a lot of brothers used to be out there doing a lot of street teaching. Now they come up with this corona bull crap. Now you want to do some social distancing. That's bull crap, ain't it? Yeah. Now they got folk, hey, man, just like here in Memphis. They got this little stupid order. They want you to walk around with masks and stuff on all day. Now they see you on the street after 10 o'clock. Bruce be getting down on these street corners, man. Especially that on Beale Street. These folks know what they doing. We just got to open our eyes and pay attention to what they doing, man. All of a sudden, when this great awakening been going on for the past several years, now they come up with this buzz crap.
Hey, but Edward P., did you really hear what our granny was saying, man? How, when you consider that, because Revelation is more like a summary. You see what I'm saying? It's more of a summary. And the serpent has been persecuting us and the woman for the long time. First of all, from the beginning, when the Most High made that command, made that prophecy about the woman and the serpent and putting enmity between her seed and his seed, It's been war from the beginning of that time right there.
Right. And I agree with you, Kafer, because here's the thing, man.
Oh, wait, real quick.
Okay.
Who has caught the brunt of these punishments in these captivities? The prophets didn't call it. Now, we say because they didn't catch it from the heathen, that it don't apply in tribulation format. But we got to understand, the people that persecuted and killed the prophets, they've been given over to these different beast systems and to these different mindsets. You get what I'm saying?
That's the same thing with the language
of their father.
See, here's the thing. Did the congregation kill the Passover lamb, right?
Yeah.
So the congregation had to kill Yeshua HaMashiach, right? Well, hey, he said they're gonna do you the same way. That's why he said, man, I'm gonna send you sheep among wood, man. The righteous Satan using everybody else, even the remnant of Israel, to come after those who keep the laws, statutes, commandments, and have the testimony, man. This thing it got to happen. That's right. The one. We ain't worried about no heathen. Man, listen. The last thing on my mind is some heathens. It's these wicked Negroes that, man, Man, our people, it is what it is, brother. I don't call everybody who look like me a brother. A lot of them jokers wicked as hell, man.
Talk about it. Yes,
That's
sir.
It
real.
is what it is,
That's
brother.
real.
There's a lot of wicked Negroes, and there's a lot of wicked Negroes in this so-called Israelite walk.
That's a
Some
fact.
Seen it, man.
Some of
That's
the
a fact.
our people
Unrepentant
ain't
Negro.
always
Let's put it
not
that way.
known for us. You know?
I'm not worried about no heathen. I know what the heathen. I expect the heathen to do that because
Crazy
it's
part
written.
about it, the heathen
But
ain't
also,
really done it. The heathen ain't never really done it. It ain't been historical that the heathen been the ones persecuting the Sadiq. They persecute the wicked,
yeah,
but as far as the Sadiq go, we all been given over to the hands of our own people, though.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all through the book.
All through the book.
All through the book, man. So we can't deal. But getting back to what you brother was saying, like Brother Kafer said, hey man, we know that the 66 is a summary of books. When I left I'm gonna say the biggest Hebrew Israelite class in the world. You know our story, Brandon.
Yeah.
I'm relearning myself. That's why I'm into the. You hear me?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't read all of this when I was.
What was that?
That's a super big one.
Oh, so big.
Which-
Okay.
They got the Testament of Job in it, got the 12 patriarchs and a lot of other hidden books.
Okay. So big. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I wasn't reading it at the day they taught us when I first came my walk. When the Most High first opened my eyes to this thing. And I tell brothers, I know a lot of brothers into the Hebrew language, man. I don't have no beef for that because I enjoy learning a little Hebrew. I kicked against because at one point I was in the congregation that kicked against Most High to pull me out of that thing. Now I'm in relearning mode in the past year and a half, going on 2 years. I done learned a whole lot. Just like I know that, like Brother Kafer brought up, these just a summary of books to get the full understanding, even though it's enough in there, but to really just break it down, the whole study habits change. You see what I'm saying? You start getting to the testimonies of Job and testimony, you know what I'm saying? Reading the Jubilees. Hey man, it opened my eyes to a whole lot of things, brother. Even though I've been in this walk maybe 15 years, it's like it lasts 2.5 years, maybe 3. I'm relearning myself on a whole lot of things that I was taught. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Okay.
I'm here, Elder.
You see how we just went through that whole discourse? We ain't had no argument, we ain't had no love lost. It was beautiful. That's how you do it, Yasharal.
Man, for what? You know, it's just like there might be some things that might be said. I can't say, man, you know what? K for going off and shit. I ain't even listen, man. You going off, bro. No, man. I'm gonna listen and say, man, I might not agree or might not register at the time, my brother. But I can put it to the side. Trust me, because it's been planted. That's what that seed come in, right?
Right.
I say, you know what? That brother said such and such, such and such. So I'm gonna go over here and read and see if it line up. Hell, it might hit me next month and say, you know what? I see what the brother talked about. Or I might not see it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get on here, you can't, you out of the spirit and all that foolishness, man. Listen,
What a pain.
what the Most High showed me, man, and he had me dealing with the spirit and dealing with the conduct. So maybe he tried to clean my spirit up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because when I do the lesson, it hits me first. That's what I've been dealing on. And part of the spirit is long suffering, patience, and all that other thing with my brothers and sisters.
It helps having familiarity. We've been chopping it up and having phone calls and group things for a minute. So it helps us to reason with each other better than being strangers, man. That's a big problem in Yasharal is that we strangers to each other.
Man, check this out. I remember the first night I met brother B. Lou. I remember seeing him on the chat. You're right, Casey. Hey man, we did the what was that? We did the Passover. What's it? Passover, unleavened bread. It was unleavened bread.
Pentecost, I came out.
Yeah, you came out to Pentecost, but we did a lesson on unleavened bread. Remember, we was getting 11 out of our house. We did the spiritual part, and we said, no, the physical part before Passover. You got to get that 11 at your house.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna put this stuff in the shed, man.
Yeah.
Go back and get it afterwards.
The young lion brought it out. He said, man, within your borders means stuff you own. So he said, can't be trying to hide stuff in the car and hide stuff in the garage. I said, oh, no.
He said, man, it's like hiding sin. It that brother so bad, man.
I went and started a fire in the backyard.
Yeah, he put the video up. Okay,
he did.
I had messaging him. I said, man, let me let the brother know. Don't burn your stuff. We talking about unleavened bread. The stuff has already been risen, right? Already cooked. Right. Hey, man, don't throw away the stuff that's never been activated. That's the first time I started talking to that brew, man.
Yep, so
straight away. Brandon said he was gonna put it in the garage, go get it back later, huh?
We've been chopping it up ever since.
Yep.
Y'all seen y'all picture when y'all had on the picture with all y'all and throwing up the foe.
Yes, sir.
Go try, yeah.
Yeah, man. We enjoy the fellowship, man. Like I said, we just down here, Mississippi/Memphis. I'm in Memphis, T-Boogie in Mississippi. I'll be moving there in the next 2 weeks.
Oh, you moving to Mississippi?
Yeah, it's just across straight line right here. Hell, from my house to Mississippi, about a 15-minute drive.
Okay.
And then you got Arkansas across the bridge downtown. So we sitting right here on Arkansas and then Mississippi.
That's where my family at in Arkansas. I got a lot of family down in Arkansas.
Yeah. But we just try to put some brews together, man, here. Just have a good fellowship. Try to do things, walk in the spirit, man, instead of just the letter of the law. And try to find some good souls just want to get out here and get this kingdom work. Yeah. And like I said, man, we just try to get us some land so we can set something up. You never know when you might have to retreat. You might not make it assault, but you can come to the Order Melchizedek.
Mm-hmm.
And there'll be another spot set up. You know what I'm saying? So we all gonna be on one accord. We 12 tribe, one nation, right?
That's right. That's right.
We may not be in one location, but we still 12 tribe, one nation.
That's right. That's right.
12 tribe, one nation in different locations. How about that?
That's right. That's right.
But see, here's another thing too about me meeting you brews and everything. It gives open your mind to another school of thought. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. How the Most High may be dealing with you on certain things. I'm like, man, I never looked at the scriptures like that, or I never heard it explained like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing of it.
Yeah, that really is. That really is. I like that. Like I say, man, every individual don't have all.
No.
Yet we have it collectively. If we come together, I'm sure that the Most High dealt with you on something specifically, and I can learn and sit and learn from you. And the same thing with me and all the other brothers everywhere.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And sometimes, man, I get in my spurts, man. I get to talking, and then I go into a period where I just get quiet because I'm being edified. You know what I'm saying? And amen. That's a beautiful thing. And I just want to fellowship with some brothers who really love Yahweh and really want to do the work, man.
That's right.
I'm talking about with the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm tired of all these fake Negroes that I used to be in fellowship with.
Talk about
You know what I'm saying? Negro with cliques and one person, when the head teacher mad, rest of them Negroes mad. Man, hell with that. That's little elementary stuff, bro.
That's right.
I didn't bring me in no group.
Man, we broke away from that stuff. We said, man, look, everybody, it's probably about 10 brothers in the class, maybe 9, 10 or something like that. You know, with our families and everything. We got a couple of young brothers come to the class every now and then. But man, I'm gonna tell you something. We take care of each other, man. And that's when we tell them. We had one young brother. He said, man, I was embarrassed, man. I ain't have anything. I said, man, you ever let that go by us again?
That's right.
I'm your brother.
That's right.
He said, well, Elder, I was just embarrassed, man. Don't you be embarrassed to be home. I won't ever let that happen again.
That's right.
It was taken care of, but I had to let them know, hey man, you sow a seed in this ministry, you're gonna get taken care of, man.
Right.
That's why we come together. When you start putting your funds together, that's what Paul had them doing. Man, you take care of the folk. And this brother ain't no moocher or one trying to get over either.
Right. See.
Like a few jokes, but
that's good, LP, that you let him know that he ain't had to be ashamed of it, especially if he's sowing into the ministry and helping.
Yeah. Because I told him if I ever die straight, I said, trust me, I'm gonna let y'all ass know.
That's right.
Hey, bro. It ain't gonna be, you know what I'm saying? I might not can go buy me a little strong drinks, but I sure need something to eat.
Right.
I recover. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I gotta put my wants to the side and get my needs.
Hey, y'all know Honey Barbecue ain't stupid. He ain't talk about that name, did he?
Nah, he did. He set up real quick. I recognize the scene there.
Honey Barbecue gone.
No, you ain't stupid, Honey Barbecue.
Right.
No, you ain't stupid. All praises that you got some sense, buddy.
Hallelujah.
Resist the devil and he will shall flee.
And you know, this feeling of brotherhood, man, is much needed in this hour, man, because people feel so alone, you know, and so it's like it shouldn't be odd to get a hug from your brother, but it is though.
Hey man, it's just seeds planted.
Yeah. It shouldn't be odd when your brother called to check on you, but it is. And it's like, man, like when you sit back and think on it, like, man, the heathen did a hell of a job on our people, man. And we don't even know how to accept love.
Hey, it's man, let me read something. Brandon, hold that thought. Hold that thought.
Let's pull it up. We pull up on the script.
Hold that thought. See, I can't give the heathen that much credit because they not that smart to me, to be honest with you.
Right.
They're not that clever.
We know that.
The Most High did it.
Well, I could tell you. Deuteronomy 28, he said to that. You go read in Leviticus 26.
Which one?
Let me pull Leviticus up. We all know about Deuteronomy 28. We read it numerous times. But he said, I'm the one that did this to you. What you gonna do?
What's wrong, man? Go for a walk.
Let me see what I want.
Nighttime walk. So when we get off of this, we're gonna walk to the store.
Hey man, go to Leviticus 26 and pick it up at the 23.
And if ye will not be reformed by me, by these things, but will walk contrary to me, unto me, then will I walk contrary unto you and will punish you yet 7 times for your sin.
Hey man, you know what time is enough for 7 times?
7.
Hey, that's real.
And I will bring a sword upon you,
and
shall avenge the quarrel of my covenant. And when ye are gathered together within your cities, I will send a pestilence among you, and ye shall be delivered into the hand of the enemy. And when I have broken the staff of your bread, 10 women shall bake your bread in one oven, and they shall deliver you your bread again by weight. And ye shall eat and not be satisfied. And if ye will not, for all this, hearken. Let's listen for all you, regular people out there. If you will not listen unto me, but walk contrary unto me, then I will walk contrary unto you also in fury. And even I, will chastise, that's beat your ass or correct you with discipline 7 times for your sin.
Behavior modification program.
That's it.
29. Listen
Yes,
to this
sir.
thing. And ye shall eat the flesh of your sons and the flesh of your daughters. Now
That
listen.
happened in 7 AD.
That happened in Jerusalem.
Yep, 7 AD.
Yep.
They might read this and say he's cruel, right? But don't forget, he done begged and pleaded with you all this time. He done told you to change before this. And because you wouldn't, you know, he said, if you were not for all this, hearken, after I done punished you in a small way, I gave you one strike, then I gave you 2 strikes, then I gave you 3. Don't get mad when I give you 20.
All right, but then check this out. Even before that, before we offered in Double Ring, he already gave him the thing, gave him the ordeal, the stipulations, told him if they was obedient, what would happen to him, and if they was disobedient, what was going to happen to him. So he already pre-warned them what was going to happen. And it was their choice. And then on down there, in Leviticus, it speaks about if they didn't even heed these corrections that he was bringing upon them, he going to bring 7 times more on them. And if they don't heed, 7 times more until he utterly destroy them. That's a stubborn and stiff-necked people, man.
You ain't lying. You
Hold
saw
on now.
Woo!
I don't think we ever correlated this to Hamashiach talking about forgiveness 7 times 7. Because we deserve for our sins and our transgressions 7 times worse. Am I right or am I wrong? Y'all got quiet back there. I ain't hear.
No, I had it on mute. He said he gonna do it 7 times, man.
So that's why we ought to forgive as much as we being spared. For our transgressions, we been spared to 7 times 7.
Check this out, though, the forgiveness, you don't just, like how people say, oh, I forgave without a person coming and ask. Well, Mashiach said, how many times, when the disciples asked him, how many times am I supposed to forgive my brother? As many times he come to you, how many times in a day? As many times as he come to you in that day. He might do something, and then he come to you and say, man, forgive me about this, and whatever, be sincere about it. Go off, do something again, come back to you, ask forgiveness. But do you forgive somebody that don't come and ask you for forgiveness?
Oh, no, sir. Well, Joseph did. His brothers ain't there.
See, Joseph did the difference in his thing, and he revealed when he seen. This is the thing. Let me say that. Let me come over here. I got to come back over here. I'm over here at the little table, at the little trash can, eating watermelon. I was over here.
Hey, before you say that thought. Hey, man. Hey, Brenda. This is what I want you to read. That 33. I can read it right here. I got it right here. Unless you want to pull it up. I didn't want to make a point.
Bring it to the people so they know we ain't just talking.
Right. Read that 33. Read that 33 and skip down. Read that 33.
And I will scatter you among the heathen.
Who gonna do that? He said he gonna do it.
Right.
And will draw out a sword after you. He said, I'm gonna send you out and chase you down. And your land shall be desolate, and your cities waste.
That's right. And
Then
skip down to 30. Huh?
I was keeping going, but
yeah, go ahead now. Go read on down to 38.
All right. Then shall the land enjoy her Sabbath, as long as it lieth desolate, and ye be in your enemy's land. Even then shall the land rest and enjoy her Sabbath.
They were over there polluting the Sabbath, man, doing all kind of foul stuff, like they doing today.
See, this is where I feel like what we think of as the land ain't the land, man.
Why
Because
you say that?
why we kick us out for not doing right, but then leave a people doing worse?
Well,
he didn't get Atlanta, and he didn't get the stipulations and the commands for them. He didn't get instructions to them. He gave them to occupy that because of our disobedience. That the land will be trampled down by the Gentiles until the Gentiles' time be fulfilled.
That's right. Because remember, he told the angel to measure a certain part. He said, man, don't measure the court. But he told him to measure a certain part because he give it to the Gentile, to the time the Gentile be fulfilled. That's the spot they living in. Our stuff is still desolate.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Our spouse about, you know, it's gonna be so bad they're gonna have to bring a new Jerusalem down from the Shemaim. We gonna be the did it so bad.
Yeah. But see, that's gonna be a while from that too, because Messiah got to set up his kingdom, and hey man, that kingdom gonna last for a long time, brother.
Right. He got to rebuke nations
That's
from
after the
afar.
fire. That's after the earth is cleansed with fire, right?
Well, you know, Satan's still locked in his prison. He got to come back and deceive, because remember, it's gonna be peace on the earth.
Right.
See, when Satan locked up and his children knocked off, what do you got? Peace.
Peace.
Shalom, yeah.
Shalom. That's right. Yeah.
Prayer shalom, man.
Because there ain't nobody to bring no chaotic teaching. I know teachings or disorder teachings and none of that.
That's right.
That's another thing too, man. We need to start making a distinction between the eternal kingdom and the 1,000-year reign, man. I think people get them confused, or they just completely disregard the 1,000-year kingdom and just automatically.
Well, we're working on a few of them, and you really think about the all the feast days. That's what leads up to. It tells you all the events that's gonna happen leading up to it. That with the tabernacles,
right?
You know what I'm saying,
right?
But I didn't want to read that, man, because we always want to talk about what he used the wicked heathens to punish us. But you got, out of all of the heathen nations, there's a remnant of them that look after us. They're the ones gonna come back and be servants and handmaids and servants and stuff. These wicked jokers, they're gonna be taken out with Satan the devil. Well, they're gonna be taken out. Satan's still gonna be hanging around in this pit. Him and his angels, according to script, right? So just think, hey man, just think about like you were talking about we get our own community, man, and everybody be just like the salt. Y'all did the salt thing, right? The men's gathering. That was love, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
That's what gonna be like in the kingdom, man.
See, it's the thing. We not.
I know we all ready to go home, man. I'm ready. Look, I'm ready for something.
How people stand right now with the kind of thinking we got right now, if we was caught up and put in the land, we defile that thing. Because we not
there yet, man.
That's true. So how can we work this thing out now?
We have to, Brandon. We don't have no. That's what we doing. But we got to get the spirit on us.
Right.
Because if we all had the spirit of Ruach, hey man, it's just a few minutes. I know we got the Ruach because we ain't on here bickering or arguing about an issue we just had a little while ago. You got some trouble be on here. Well, I ain't finished with that yet. Well, damn, bro. Let that marinate. You know what I'm saying? Let that in. Don't get mad at you, man, because you just don't get what they saying right off the bat. Hell, did the disciple get what Messiah was saying?
No, not all I'm saying. No.
I'm not the top Negro in earth, and I ain't the dumbest either. I'm just in between. So some stuff it takes me to register a little bit.
Yeah.
Some stuff I get off the bat. Something I'm like, oh, you know.
Yeah, same here.
Because you know, brother Brandon, brother Kafer, I used to listen to guys like GOCC, all these other camps, UIC. Everybody got something that you could read and say, hey man, these brothers are on point right here. You can also look at and say, hey man, brother going off right here. Same thing with us. Y'all may say, hey man, brother Water T Boogie, them they may be going off on there. That's why we always precept. Every time we do a lesson, we got more precepts than anything. So how can you dispute it? If the precept's not there, man, hey, I can't touch it. And I don't deal with stuff I'm not even learning either.
You can dispute it and they will dispute it.
Yeah. What I'm
saying? Because that's where discernment comes in at. Because a person can tell you anything. They can take you scripture and show you scripture and then interpret that scripture for you, but interpret it falsely and wrongly.
Yeah, so, but if you're a nerd joker who know how to go through there and look behind words I don't care if it's in the Greek, if you look it up in the Hebrew or in the English tongue, getting the meaning behind it.
It's up to private interpretation. It's there. If you know,
got to do studying this bad. Yeah, you got to do some studying up in this deal.
That's up. But two, it's also why we need each other.
That's
because
right.
Each person is given a different level of understanding or whatever. Like, say, like all these books, you got over, I think Ezra said it's over like 200 and some books. We probably only know of individually, 100. You might know of 100, I might know of 100, but still it's 100 more of them out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this. Brothers spend different amounts of time in different books. So therefore, one brother is more schooled in a certain book than another brother is. That's why we need the unity to come together. Hey, brother, I didn't read this, and this, and you didn't read this, that, and that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like together to pull
that's
these
why you
iron sharpen iron.
So that's why you do your lesson. I ain't have time to do. Come on, Messiah got me doing something else, right? So when you do your lesson now, I'm being edified.
Yes, sir.
Brother Kevin come out with his lesson. Hey man, just like he asked, have y'all read the Testament of Job? Was it just Job? Mm-hmm. I read just a little bit because the brothers use it in the lesson, some of the lessons. But I know Brandon is real good because he does lessons, just go through the regions.
I did a whole video on reading.
Right. I might not be abreast on it because most I got me dealing with something else. Right. But I can take time out and listen to the lesson that you came for, Brother B. Luke. Hey, I'm good. Now I'm being edified.
Right. That's right.
So if I go into the 66 and I come across something, man, I remember Kafer going over there in the Testament over there. B. Luke read that Testament of Job or Abraham,
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. I don't knock my brothers. When I hear my brothers teaching, especially on stuff, I sit down and listen and learn, man. Because like I say, I know that we all got bits and pieces to the puzzle. We all do. We all body. It's one body, but many members on that body, and they all work together for whatever the body need. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
So when you put all the pieces together, now you can see the big picture.
Right. Exactly.
When Abraham, when was that Moses? Yeah, with Moses when they was going up against they were fighting the nation. I don't know, I forget the nation, but they had to hold his arms up.
Oh yeah,
But he needs some help. He could do it on his own.
Right. Yeah.
So they came on the plan, had to keep his hand up so they could prevail. Right. We got to do the same thing. We got to come together with a plan, man, so we can come up, so we can prevail. And the only thing is coming back 12 tribes, one nation, man.
That's right.
That's what we're preaching, man. That's what I've been on it, and Brother Kafer done joined me, other brothers done joined me. Two things. For one, the bringing down of a lot of idols and false doctrines. This whole thing about
Joseph dad and stuff.
And unification. Bringing down idols and unification of the nation. To seek the Abba's face together and to lose that feeling of my camp know it all, my group know it all. We don't need y'all. We got this. We got the truth over here. No, man. We got to get rid of that. First of all, shout out to Elder Shammai for coming out with that 12 tribes, one nation, man. Because it sums it up. It sums it up, man. This ain't about your camp, my camp, your group, my group. It's 12 tribes.
One nation.
It's the only separation amongst us. It's our tribe. Yeah. And now it's to the point to where we can't even use that because we don't know what tribe we come from. So now it's really just one nation. You want to be honest?
Yeah.
Because we can't say for surety. We can't say for surety where we from. I think I'm Judah, but I might be Benjamin. Or I might even be a damn Gentile, to be honest with you. I might be a stranger.
Or Levite.
You know what I'm saying?
Anything. Right.
We don't know. So the people that's hanging on to this Israel only doctrine, They're creating tribes. You know, they out here putting people in places they can't verify what these people.
Lying. I'm gonna say this: lying. First of all, with a damn tribe, a damn chart talking about Judah only in America, Benjamin in Jamaica. When the scriptures say Judah at the four corners of the earth, so that's more than just America.
That's right.
That's
You know
the
what I
kingdom,
mean?
by the way, to the four corners, not just the tribe, the whole kingdom, which was made of 3 tribes.
Yeah, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Louis. Yeah, right.
We were sent to the west, to the
No.
Gentiles, because our other brothers, the Hamites still whooping their head.
Yeah.
Well, you know those other nations, them black nations down there.
They talking about coming over there. I think they were coming over there and talking about y'all don't come over here and run. Man, if we was to come over there, if y'all was to let us like just run rabbit and just go over there and all four, we would take over.
When you
I really
get
believe that we would take over. That's just another conversation.
That's why they Confederate, because wherever we've gone, wherever the righteous go, they blossom, they grow, because the Most High barak them. And they hands, like you said, blessed in the field, blessed in the city. Everywhere you go, you're gonna be blessed. You're gonna bless those around. I'm saying blessed, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But he also told us in Deuteronomy 30, man. And I know we keep talking about unity, but if we don't return to him wholeheartedly,
that's right.
That's the only way he gonna do it. He said, man, if you read that Deuteronomy 30, that's what Nehemiah done prayed. Were they allowed to go back to the city, back to Jerusalem and build? Was that Darius? Or Cyrus?
Yeah, Cyrus gave him okay, yeah.
Cyrus gave okay, go back to the, hey man, read Nehemiah 1, man. He was praying, man. He prayed for forefathers and everything. They were ready to get the hell up out of Babylon.
Yeah.
We talking about wholeheartedly.
Right.
In other words, I don't want to do now one damn thing that these heathen nations do. I don't want to have nothing to do with them.
Right.
But see, anybody who gonna come to the plate, we saying unity. Anybody who gonna even join, they're gonna have to be of that mind, because the heathen done such a job that if your mind ain't on the Most High and really trying to do what he say to get into the kingdom, you gonna find something to fight against it. You're not gonna even attend. They gonna say, oh man, them brothers ain't gonna do nothing. Oh man, it ain't gonna never work. Oh man, them brothers this, them brothers that. You gonna, it's gonna be a stumbling block.
It can work, man. I know it can work.
We don't even want them brothers to come. If the region and division, stay where you at.
Right.
But the call's still going forth, man. Let those who will, let those who have ears hear, those who have eyes see. Come forth. There is an awakening. There is a fire in Zion, man. We're trying to burn everything, man. It's going out. We put out the call for the Hebron men's gathering. Some couldn't make it. Some ain't want to make it. But at the next one, brothers gonna make a way because of what they saw, because of what other brothers then told them, then gave an account and a witness. These bones can live. This thing can be done. Somebody got to set an example, man.
Hey, man, it's like our Abba's prayer. Thy will be done. His will be done.
Yeah.
Ain't no getting around it. Ain't no getting around
it. We gonna get this work in, brother.
If he wouldn't have allowed Hebron to happen, then I could have felt like, well, it ain't meant to be. But because he let it happen and happen the way it did, and the power that came from that, and the after effects of it, that boy Emanon ain't stopped moving since he came out that water. That boy Emanon is going hard. Me and brother Kiefer then got on a certain path. A lot of brothers that came out of that thing with a purpose and intention, because it's like once you see the Most High, or you feel as if the Most High is with a thing or moving with a thing, they give you courage, man, and strength. And it's just, it's amazing, man. Brothers don't know. When I shot all them targets at the gathering, I was amazed. I was shocked. But it was like the Most High wouldn't have me be reproached at this gathering because I carried his namesake with it. He let me drown when I jumped off that damn cliff. I didn't know how to swim. He gave me the strength to make it all the way back up that damn mountain when I was dog tired and ready to fall out. Matter of fact, when I got to the truck, I went to sleep. When I got back to the camp, I went to sleep again in my bed. But if I showed you the path I had to travel with the weight I had in my book bag, laptop, chains, knives, had my stick with me. I had all this stuff and made it all the way up that mountain, man, with a headache, feeling distraught and tired. The Most High would not allow me to give up and allow me to quit. And he wouldn't allow me to be brought in reproach. And it just strengthened me, man, that the Most High is really doing something. So listen, man, I'm screaming this thing. Look, shout out to Brother Terrence. He said it. I'm going to tell you like Brother Terrence said. T-Boogie. I'm going to ride this thing till the wheels fall off, man. Ain't no turning around. Hallelujah.
You know why? You in too deep, brother.
In too deep, turn around now, man. I'm in too deep. Listen, what you think I'm going to come on this thing talking about, I ain't worried about no Hebrew Israelites. It's fairy tales. I'm back in the world. I'm coming on lives with cigarettes and blunts. What I look like? Most High done brought me too far. And he made sure before I got into this walk, he took everything from the world from me. So now everything I look out and see, I see what he done gave me because I heeded to his word. When I ain't never had it before, I ain't never done it before. Only thing I've done new is heeded to his word. And everything else was just extra. It was nothing to him. But it means something to me because now it's a sign and a wonder. When I was in the world, I was unstable in all my ways. Now he gave me purpose. Now he gave me structure. Now he made me a man. When I was effeminate before, I didn't know about the office of a man. I didn't know how to be a provider and a protector. Now I got that ping ping on the side of my bed. You come through my window.
Ping, ping, ping.
To you behind it. You know why? Because I got an office now.
Hallelujah.
You know, hallelujah, man. I just want to say that, man. I got kind of riled up. I was gonna go off on a tangent.
Man, don't do it. Hey, it's all good, brother. I was about to start shouting up in here, man.
Sure.
But man, listen, man, I'm gonna get out this chat, man. You know I hate to do it, brother.
It's about
I've
that
been trying
time.
to get all the sleep I can, man, because I got a little window and I'll be back on taking care of mama duty tomorrow evening. I got some things I got to do at that other house. I'm trying to get all the carpet and stuff replaced. Folks had a dog, you know, I don't do dogs in the house, so carpet got to go. Trying to get rid of it, period. So
Yes, sir.
I'm tired too, man. Y'all pray for a brother. Pray for, I need some strength.
Strength him.
We want advantage of the Sabbath. You hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can get you some rest. Some rest, brother. You did some work today. Read some scriptures. You know, played a part with the other brothers being security with the trolls. You know, throwing them head first out the chat.
Are you threw them out?
No. I'm talking about you earlier with the T-Boogie video.
Oh, that was Corey, man. He was too quick on the draw, man. I was like, man, at least answer the brothers the question. You know what I'm saying? You know, we do get people rubber rousers come on every now and then and want to get ignorant. You know what I'm saying?
That's what brother said. I started to block dude off the rip.
Well, he was just asking, well, what? Oh, I forget the question. About some Babylonian Euro Gentile or something. I forget. All that silly stuff, man. I pay no attention to it, man. To be honest with you. And they keep getting silly. I just boot them out and keep it moving.
Yeah.
Boot them and keep it pushing.
That's it. I don't even sit up there. Sometimes I don't even want to pray. I don't do no comments. I just boop. You wouldn't even know they was in the room.
Yeah.
Just a memory.
There'd be a bunch of children. I mean, be honest, it's like the little. Oh man, what's this? Hot wing, whatever. Ain't a bunch of teenagers. That's all it is. Teenagers and stuff, man. Little children. They get over here like to play.
I don't even know how they found me. I must got the algorithm now. I'm popping up on other people's feed and all that, and I hadn't had
Mhm.
who's on the videos. I got a lot of videos on there too. The Life
Yeah.
of an Israelite page on YouTube. Check it out. Follow it. You know, like and subscribe. Hit the PayPal. Hit the Cash out if you feel so moved. Much appreciated.
Man, I got to get cash out, man, and send you a little donation.
You can be the first.
I'm gonna go get really.
Yeah, man. Ain't nothing, man. Get on the podcast, man. Shit like that.
All right, brother. I'm about to say shalom, shalom. One love to you, brother.
Shalom, Elder.
Shalom, El.
Good chopping it up with you.
Yes, sir.
Out, man. It's like the parable, man. I sent out far and wide. I sent out to the family. I'm gonna have to start inviting strangers now.
Well, doing chop ups on Sundays is good for me. And even sometimes during the day depends, because like I said, I be down at my mom's house, man, and hell, I know my mom that she can be demanding sometime on certain things.
Hey, listen, you could always black out the screen, pause the mic, step out, step back in. We not,
Yeah, I get you.
whatever it takes. You know my motto. I didn't stop kind of having it in the car, man, because it's a injustice to people, man, and it's really kind of like a bad look. I'm trying to do a work, but yet not have the quality of sound and all that. So
Right.
I backed off of that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm down to chop it up tomorrow night. Y'all wanna chop it up? This is time to catch me.
Yeah, just give me an invite, man. I'll see where.
Yeah. All right. Like I said, I'll shoot it out. Matter of
All right,
fact,
brother.
all right. Shalom up.
Shalom, shalom. Elder.
Shalom, kid.
All right.
Faithful, what you got planned, man?
Man, I'm finna try to get this little thing you sent me, man. We're gonna try to play a little game on it if you want to. I don't know. If
It ain't dark here yet, man. It's close. We got about another 45 minutes, man. 2 hours.
man.
With that, we can't do the poker, but that game I told you about Risk, about taking the world, we can play that thing, and I could,
taking the world. You gotta show me what you're talking about.
It's like a thing about, it's a board game that you get men or whatever, and you start it off by placing men all over the world. Each person do, right? So the goal is to take over a continent and then take over each continent until you control the whole world. Okay. So you have certain pieces that mean certain amount of men. When you fight people in each country, you roll dice. So the highest dice win. So say I got 2 people, you got 2 people. I roll 2 dice, you roll 2 dice in defense. If your dice are higher than mine or match mine, I lose a man per dice. But if mine higher than yours, you lose a man per dice. So it's 2 to 3 at a time because the attacker can roll up to 3 dice. So listen, man, I just seen people lose 20 and 30 men. Like 10 guys could go up against 30. And if your roll is tight, them 10 guys can beat that 30, man. Like
if you roll tight, yeah.
The roll tight, you can beat them 30, man.
Okay.
hell of a game. Matter of fact, you should go on. Well, it depends on how you feel. I don't play games on Shabbat. I wait, but you know, if
It's dark over here. It's dark over here.
yeah, so go in and download Risk because you have to download each game that you're playing. Download it, set up your profile, check the little rules out. It'll help the process to where I won't have to explain everything to you point blank.
Right.
And then let me know. And I do believe the fellas want to have that poker tournament tonight. I think Brother Willis, I think Cortez is ready. We had that poker tournament. You still trying to gonna be able to do the other what we talked about for the money?
How much was it? What we talking about? What we talking about?
Yeah, we probably.
Hey man, we on live, man. We on live, man.
Something light, man. Something light. No little 5-piece or something, man. You ain't gonna do too much. We brothers. We brothers. Just something for competition, man. You know how Yehuda like to like to compete.
Like to compete, huh? Okay. You say this thing is called Risk.
Yeah. It's in the listen. Go into the app I sent you, the Bunch app. Click on Risk. It'll ask you to download the app.
Right, I'm in the thing right now. I see it. Download Risk. I see you, man.
Well, get familiar, man. I think I'm going to take the wife on a walk, man. She get this baby up out of her, man. This baby is terrorizing my wife. You gotta get it up out of there, man.
Yeah.
Hey, that thing, look.
What's happening?
That's you up top.
Oh, that's me up top. Okay.
Let's stop that. That is killing the that's killing the audio. But anyway, we're gonna get on that, brother. Let me know when you've learned what you need to learn. You might want to play, a game against somebody on your skill level. You don't just come into the dojo trying to fight master. You got to fight one of the yellow belts.
You got to fight one of the youngsters. You got to see how it is. Do the test run.
Brown belt. Get you one of them lower level, and then when you feel comfortable, then I'll give you a shot at the title lot.
Okay.
But shalom, man. Thank you for coming out, faithful brother.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. All praise and all things in Yahweh. And it's Sean the first one.
All things in Yahweh. Yeah. Thank all the viewers. Thank all the people that shared the video, like, or hit the angry face. Listen, you ain't gotta love what we talking about, but if you don't express yourself, let us know how you feel.
Yeah.
Then again, we might not give a damn. We just saying do something.
Do something.
Do something.
And you can't act like you didn't hear nothing, Jack.
Yeah, you can't say ain't nobody told you, Jack. Hallelujah. 12 tribes.
One nation.
Hallelujah.